We are now audio live. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another session of Curse of Strahd, where, I'm gonna ask for the recap in a little bit from you guys. I just gotta say it. We're going to VALLAKI today. VALLAKI is real. I drew a whole fucking map for it. It is real. My players can move on to the next fad of saying Kresk isn't real.
It's not.
I'm gonna
that's not even a real word.
I don't know. I'm still kind of skeptical about this whole VALLAKI business.
I'm moving. I'm fucking shift clicking Kresk on the map right now.
I think it's just a rebranded Barovia.
Oh, no, we just actually traveled all the way back to Barovia.
Like a franchisee.
It was just a suburb, and we just took the scenic route.
Right.
Anyways, hold on. Fixing the audio. Forgot to do that for a session. But yeah, we're back at it for another session of Barovia, of Curse of Strahd. Hi, my name's Sif.
Another session of Barovia.
It is
Barovia. Yeah, anyways, it's Sif, your boy, your knight, living suit of armor. Catch me on Twitch, Blue Sky, Twitter, all that. It's my YouTube channel. I do art, I do games. I will have a few animation shorts coming up in like the coming weeks or so. But yeah, that's me. Now for the players. Now for the lovelies. Obs, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Zydia. I play Lady Ravenia Dunaray. I also have a D&D campaign on every other Monday, which has 3 out of 4 of these people in it, called Nexus Forlorn Legacy. We just had our first real session. It's up on my YouTube, as well as the origin sessions for each of their characters. You should go check it out. We've got about 1 to 2 more sessions set up before I have to take a hiatus from surgery recovery. So we'll be out of commission for a couple months, but then we'll be back and gay, and it'll all be okay.
Please get heavily invested into Nexus so that you can join the players and having brain rot for several months. Also, that news will affect Curse of Strahd. We'll talk about that when that bridge comes. We're just having fun. So yeah. But please do go check out Nexus. I am so incredibly invested in Ops' world building. Alright, next up. Lily?
Hello, my name's Lily. I'm playing Callan, the Water Ganassi with the Fire Ganassi Pact, who apparently is Bill Cipher. Resident disaster everything. But as far as myself, I mostly just chill on both Twitter and Tumblr. Drew drawings, a lot of D&D characters most recently. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm about, so you like that stuff? Yeah.
All Lily if you like seeing good queer content. Also, it was a Bill Cipher reference, alright? It was a cool idea in the moment. It will continue to happen. But yes, please do go follow Lily. I shit you not, those comics hit hard, and seeing her whips also hits hard. Next up, Yulia, bestie.
Yeah, bestie! Sorry, apologize in advance for my voice this session. But yeah, my name is Yulia. I go by Royal Knight BT on both Twitch and Twitter. I do a variety of games. I'm currently playing through Final Fantasy 16 on my channel, but going to be posting some vlogs and some song covers and some TikToks, all that cool things that, you know, the hip kids do nowadays. But I play Warwick, who is a half-orc paladin of devotion. And always excited to be here. I love you guys.
We're happy to have Warwick back.
Yeah, Warwick. He's now Warwick the Risen.
He was a little sleepy. That's it.
He's a little EP guy. Just a little EP guy.
The party literally fell apart without you. Please don't die again.
Me actively telling Yulia and DMs, hey, listen, I'm gonna let you choose what happens to work, but please don't let him die, otherwise this party's fucked.
It's turning
Uh,
one big PvP combat.
Yeah. Also, please go support Yulia. It is still her birthday month, no matter what time you're watching this session. So go to her Twitch, go to her throne, give her money, give her gifts, specifically Final Fantasy 16 figures of Clive. But yeah, please
Extra bara.
Oh yeah, fucking! If you can commission art for that too, for just Yulia, like fucking do it.
Whoa,
Commission
whoa,
art is the
whoa,
greatest
whoa,
gift.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
It's
or
also
draw it
my
yourself.
birthday next week.
Oh my god,
Hell
yes. All right, yeah, that too. You know, it's also Ob's birthday month. And all,
Well,
anytime you're
Yeah.
watching
next
this.
month.
All right, I got
October
you.
1st.
Next
Literally
session-
the start of it.
Holy shit, you were born at the start of how? That's peak. Oh, yes, but I will next session. I'll remind them to invest in the Ob stonks. But yeah, please go support Yulia. She's great. She's fun. It's honestly a lot of fun seeing her collab and stuff too, which she did recently with Oliver and Kaylin and Elden Ring. That was a lot of fun to watch. Just a fucking sick person in general. That's why they're my bestie. For a lot of other reasons. But yeah. Anyways, finally, last and holy shit, no way not the least. This man is fucking massively fucking huge and sick. Big man Maris.
Hello, everyone. I'm Maris. I go by Maris Oram on Twitch and Twitter. I'm a literature-loving, storytelling streamer. So if you like comfy, cozy streams about books, literature, and all things media literacy, stop on by sometime. I have an upcoming campaign myself. October 9th is going to be the first session of my homebrew campaign, Trial of Hearts. And it's going to be just a lovely, sappy time inspired by classic fantasy romance novels. So yeah, it's going to be fun. But while I'm here, I play Jericho, the Oath of Vengeance paladin, sad dad, tragically Catholic, and just, yeah, happy to be here and be gay with all my friends.
He's so queer. He's so cool. But yeah, please do follow Maris. His streams are really comfy, and I'm very excited to be in that campaign. Political RP is something I'm excited to dabble our feet in, and if you like this D&D group, it's going to be exciting to see people like us in political RP. Yeah. Political RP, I say, as the entire point of the campaign is to woo one person.
Yeah. I'm just making y'all basically flaunt your stuff and be the ultimate Rizzlers. So
Riz up Maris challenge level
Yep.
impossible.
yeah.
Possible.
But yeah, all right.
So
Well, that's it.
Rizzler.
So, who would like to recap what happened last session on Curse of Strahd? I almost said Barovia again.
Oh, Barovia. Today is Barovia News, bringing you the latest in Barovia.
It is still dark as shit outside. Alright. So, who wants to take a crack at it?
Oh god. I'll take a crack.
There are no pressure,
So-
Lily. No pressure.
Yeah, no, I got it. So the session started off with right where the previous one did, with Warwick on the ground, dead. Forced to kind of just sit there and watch by Strahd's henchmen. They decided to do a speak with dead spell to kind of ask Warwick a few questions to determine if he has any reason to be brought back or something of the sort. And after the questions were answered, they did end up bringing Warwick back in a very questionable way by putting some sort of worm something question mark inside of him. It's not really, it wasn't ever really made clear. But I'm sure we will find out soon enough. Following that, we all went back to our rooms and proceeded to have a few solo moments of everybody having a very bad time. We starting off with Jericho. Jericho proceeded to do a little bit of an ouchie to himself before begging the Man of Sorrows to notice him, senpai, and proceeded to not be noticed and then throw up. Very healthy, very demure, very mindful. And then also had Callan meet the Master Jin, which went very interestingly. proceeded to have her analyze every single one of the party and determine how best to use them. Callan, being very unsure of everything, proceeded to look into her heart and think about her partner Hakan and what he kind of would be feeling in this moment, and decided to try and be a little bit more open to feelings. This proceeded to go extremely not well, as she essentially went to interrogate Ravenna, but was unable to see it through. And then, I know, I'm sorry, Maris.
No, don't apologize. Toxic Yuri was a key part of last session. Keep going.
And then proceeds to have a very heart-to-heart moment with Ravenna, and breaks down and eventually gives her a kiss because she's so very much confused. Callan leaves the room because she's unsure of anything, and Ravenna smiles after the kiss, and but the smile quickly fades into a very big grimace. She then proceeds to kind of do a little soliloquy with herself, or a monologue with herself, about how nobody can trust her and how she's upset and how she will embrace power to keep herself safe. Warwick also had a weird dream about wild shit happening that was very seemingly not good. And everybody afterwards proceeded to get up and have a bit of a moment where we're like, hey, we're all okay, maybe, and then start to drive off towards Vallaki, but not before Jericho flaunted his newfound belt at Strahd, making sure that he looked at his waist, you know.
Hey, yo.
Toxic Yaoi, alright.
We did. You forgot the most important part. We gave Warwick a big group hug when he was no longer dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn it.
Some other important quotes. Rahadin informed Callan that the abbot of Kresk, the village already to the west of Barovia, would like to meet her. And secondly, you forgot the suspiciously book-shaped lump in the Piddlewick's throat. Which is a tome that was that Jericho pocketed and that they stole from Strahd. You're good, Lily. I'm teasing you, but I really do, because I told you guys, like, when I narrate for character-specific stuff, I try to sound like how a character would talk to themselves, which is why I was like disparaging when I talked as Jericho. If you guys want to like recap last session, best of your memory, you don't have to have notes, but as your character, so you can like you can put your perspective on things and fuck with the audience. That sounds fun.
First of all, fuck that bitch.
Ravenna actively shitting on everyone in the party during her recap. I am entirely open to it. You're good. Anyways, back to where we were. I do want to like recontextualize the ride to Vallaki from Strahd's castle, because I did kind of rush through it because I just wanted to say Vallaki was real. But just like a few things of note. During your travels across the moors of Barovia, so that would be like this area here, you're traveling across this red path from the castle, you notice in the horizon, I think I mentioned it during your first castle ride up to Strahd's castle, that there is this ever-growing spire in the distance. This sort of like large structure, or multiple large structures in a grouping, and you can just kind of make it out ant-sized people in the distance, and that is not people who are literally the size of ants, but just people who are very, very far away for Warwick, you know. As you continue down this path in the carriage, other things of note that I forgot to mention is you see that there are various corpses strewn about. I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not, but there were very clearly battles fought leading away from Strahd's castle. You see the corpses of many undead servants of Strahd, or what you can only presume to be. I can't really imagine any other Dark Lords having undead armies here, but you see all sorts of dead ghouls, flesh golems, etc., and other dead combatants, the werewolves, Fists of Barovia, some strange-looking muscular humanoids with disgusting appendages growing out of them. A few dusk elves dead here or there. You note that on one hill that you're passing over, you see the shattered remains of a weapon that was like implanted into the ground, possibly some final stand. You continue on your journey till you reach the hill overlooking Vallaki. Would you guys like to see the map of Vallaki? As you're overlooking?
Is it finally real? Is it
It's
here?
real.
You guys, I drew this. First off, it is a modified version of the official map of Vallaki. So for those of you at home who know the book, it's a little different. Okay, all right, I had a little touch up. I worked really hard on it. I painted it. I couldn't get the map feel down though. As you guys are coming over that hill overlooking Vallaki, you see this massive, sprawling city. You see stone and wooden architecture rising from these wide, open fields. This massive wall around it, sort of beacon of civilization in this endless night and woods. And as you all look over, Aaron's eyes widen in realization as he reaches into his sack and pulls out a paper. It is a drawing of the map of Vallaki, very crudely done, as he looks over at you, the rest of you, and goes, yes, I figured to go with the map of Barovia that we have, I could ask the Piddlewicks to make one of Vallaki. I haven't been here before, so I only really know what my dad's told me. So I had them also mark things that might be important, like this, and then he points to this location here. That's where, well, I'll be staying, and you guys can stay there too if you'd like. It's an old clock tower built into a mansion, or a manor of sorts. That's what my dad told me. Here, one of you guys can take it. The Piddlewicks worked really hard on it, so don't think too crudely on their design. It's very clearly a Piddlewick, used crayons to draw this.
Better than anything I can do. It looks good.
If we had refrigerators in this world, this would go on the fridge.
I mean, we do have a pantry and an icebox. I'm assuming so at the manor. So we could hang it there if you'd like.
It's more of a figure of speech.
Oh, okay. You're all from different places, so I'll do my best to catch up on your idioms and metaphors.
But we definitely can hang it on the icebox if you want.
Mm-hmm. And with that, you guys begin to travel through this eastern road into town. You begin moving towards this gate, where there is a noticeably, not a large line, but still a line, a grouping of people who are waiting outside this shuttered gate. There is an assortment of guards outside, talking with the individuals, so you guys will be waiting in line for a little bit. At this point, you guys can make some observations of note. The guards themselves are dressed in... There's no real uniformity around them. They all seem to be wearing different sort of patched together armors, probably from what they could find or scavenge from other travelers into Barovia. Their weapons also vary quite heavily. For instance, you could see the traditional medieval fantasy weapons, longsword, glaives, shields, etc. You see one or two of them carrying what seems to be like pepper boxes or guns hanging off their holsters. It's a very strange adornment of weapons that you could really only get from a melding pot of different planes. Once you finish your combat analysis of the guards, you also begin to realize they're talking to a very strange group of people. First off, you see Barovians. That's the norm here in Barovia. But you also see, despite Vallaki being praised as the city that rejects Strahd and his influence, thanks to the Burgomaster Lincoln, you actually note that there are various forms of denizens of Barovia's woods. You see vampires, you see some werewolves, you see Barovians who very clearly are dressed in the guise of Fists of Barovians. Yeah, I know vampires in Barovia are crazy, but to make it clear, Vallaki The fact that they're lining up at the door gives you the sign that Vallaki is open to all except probably Strahd. Yeah, fuck them. Eventually, the carriage, eventually the line kneels down and your carriage rolls up to the guards who, there's no driver, and as they go to approach you, Argyle literally comes up from the shadow under the carriage and hands over a letter. And then Argyle, Argyle was the shadow Vistani, the Goth Vistanis. He was one of them that was chaperoning you guys on your trip. He was in the shadows the whole time. That's all. But yeah. Once he hands them the letter, the guard runs off back to the other group, and then two more of them go back into the wall, like the sort of little like building part of the wall, and then Aragorn will knock on the carriage door. You can open it.
Is he waiting for us to respond?
Yeah, he's knocking on it. He's not gonna fucking... Jeez, God forbid any of my characters have manners. Alright, he's opening the fucking door.
Well, he's
We're
part of the evil people of
DM.
assholes.
We're
Yeah, well, he was told to
traumatized.
chaperone you, don't worry.
That's called spying.
Yeah. He's gonna open the door if there's no reaction, and look at you all, and remind you all the one thing he did say to you when he met you. I hate you. Come.
Mutual.
Get out of the carriage. Your trip is over. Your belongings and your carriage should be stationed here. I don't know what they intend to do with you, but you all have free passage into the city, yada yada. Please leave so I may return to the castle and think about ways that I will kill you once your gayness is up with my lord.
Oh, please.
Oh, I was thinking about leaving a tip, but I guess not.
Well, you can always leave the tip of your blade in him if you desire. Our gears does only extend to Strahd.
He's gonna hold a hand up for a high five for Ravenna.
Oh my god.
Does a little like dainty, like reaching up and putting her hand against his.
Like, good enough.
I presume you guys are all getting out of the carriage now.
Yes, we
Oh
leave.
yeah, we're gone. We're gone.
Promptly leaving.
As you all get off, the door immediately closes behind whoever's the last to get off, and the carriage quickly and swiftly turns and heads back towards Strahd's castle. No sign of Aragorn for obvious shadowy reasons.
He's so extra.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking Curse of Strahd. Everyone's got to be a little extra here. What the fuck? It's 2024. The guard that was initially handed the letter runs up back to all of you and says, yes, hi. Apologies, we'd normally let you in the city right away after getting your papers. It's just, we have your stuff stationed in the stables nearby and we're getting it, and the burgomaster wants to be the first one to greet you in the city. It's a little, but, you guys will be fine in a little bit. And literally as he says that, the door next to the gates cracks open as out comes Lincoln, who, to remind you of his description, because I'm kind of re-describing him, he is this large, sort of like, portly man, not really with fat, but with muscle, sort of like a mountain man. He has the classic bluish-gray skin of Barovians. He's wearing the red scarf around him, adorned with symbols of a sun god, almost as like a big middle finger to vampires all around Barovia. And he clubs up with his arms, sort dear guests of, well, let's not say Strahd, of Vallaki, welcome. Please, come this way. You can skip the rabble, the line. Come through.
Good to see you again. Thank you so much.
A pleasure. I take it that you all had a hopefully uneventful night in Strahd's castle.
Warwick's not gonna say anything.
Anything but, I'm afraid.
You and me both know that there's no such thing as a quiet night.
I'm afraid so. At least not in the rest of Barovia. But here in Vallaki, you will find yourself plentiful with respite. Come. As I'm sure you've probably heard from dear Aaron or the Piddlewicks, or from really anyone that's talked to you about Vallaki, it is truly the last bastion against Strahd in Barovia. So please, I understand deeds are in order. The deed to the manor was unfound, but given Aaron's father, we believe that there will be no issues with you all staying up there. The previous tenant has long been removed. I don't wish to keep you all. I assume you're all very excited to hopefully enjoy your stay in VALLAKI. If you had any questions, I'd be here to answer them. My only tips for you all, do check out the theater. It's a nice opera house I had commissioned after my election to burgomaster. And once you are done with your day, please come on by my office, my little manor down here to the south of VALLAKI. I would love to hear about your experience with my city.
I must ask, given our previous experiences with, well, all of Barovia, this previous denizen of our new abode, they aren't perchance a ghost or vengeful spirit now, yes?
That would be quite the classic, but no, it was a let's just say an old political rival. And regardless, that manor was originally in Ismark's family name, Aaron's family's name, excuse me, my boy. But yes, just go ahead.
We didn't have the opportunity of speaking at the ball, so forgive me if this seems an ignorant question, but how is it that your city remains, as you said, the last bastion against Strahd's influence?
Well, I wouldn't say the last bastion. There are a few other holds here and there for a variety of reasons, ours being a bit more political. I don't think you quite have the time for me to get into the exact details, but let's just say, you realize that in every plane or in every civilization there is one point of a country where pretty much everything goes in and out. One big melding pot of trade, of interaction, etc., etc. That is VALLAKI. And if Strahd threatens that, regardless of this being his land, various negative consequences will befall him. Obviously, I am no mortal threat to him. I am not... That's your job. But, let's just say, the way he binds you to a contract, he is bound by certain dealings of mine.
And you've managed this all by yourself, have you?
Well, I've been about Barovia for quite some time, my dear Jericho. I'm very well aware of things around here.
I see. Mm-hmm. Then it is a good thing we find yourselves your guests, then.
Yes, do hope things stay that way. I'd hate to see you all move to some village like Kresk out west. It's a madhouse.
I heard it wasn't real though, so.
Oh, I do wish that were the case. Unfortunately, the abbot has a very consistent presence in my day-to-day affairs. Can't exactly ignore him.
This abbot, I was personally told to go speak with him. What is his character? Should I be worried?
Are you devout? Are you devout, Callan?
Bit of a strange question to ask a warlock, but... I mean, I follow my leader.
Well, the abbot is, very zealous in his proclamations. I do not believe it is in my best interests to spill his story around. I think he'd rather tell you them himself, but I will tell you this. He came to Barovia to heal it. What's happened to him now, what's changed is, well, that's going to be what you see when you meet him. But he did come to change things. He did come at some point to deal with the Dark Lord himself. Things are very different now from that. And if he is requesting to meet with you, well, I just hope you don't end up like some of his other cases in that asylum he runs.
Her eyes are already like automatically narrow, but they're like even more so just like, I don't really see a reason as to why I should meet with him, considering the order came from Rahadin, and this man seems to be kind of off his rocker, so perhaps I will ignore it.
Well, if there's one vote of confidence, I might say, because regardless of whether or not what his intentions are, you still stand to benefit to gain from him. He's... Well, have you seen the mongrel folk in Barovia? And, I know I haven't dropped the lore tidbit, but those are like the, animalistic, like, stitched-together people you saw dancing in the cages in Strahd's castle.
Well, some, yes.
He is considered a saint by their kind. They hail from the village of Kresk, and unfortunately no other sane person, or well, no other person capable of the curative arts would go there. I care not for his morals or his ethics, but he's done some good, he's done some bad, both of which you could take advantage of. Trust me, in my years of experience, you have to grab every single straw you can get your hands on.
Well, this place has certainly told us to not trust anyone, so...
I hope you're not
We'll do our
quite so
best.
broad with that. I hope you don't apply that thought so broadly. Regardless, do enjoy your stay in the city, and remember, when you're done exploring everything, please come to my abode. I would like to hear your experiences. Any other... anyone else want to say anything else to Mr. Lincoln before he flips open his timepiece, sees he has to go, and then heads off?
Just thank you again for the hospitality. I'm looking forward to seeing what's around here.
And thank you again, my dear friends, for laying your lives down on the line to deal with our Dark Lord. Thanks.
So if we by any chance get hungry in our time here before we meet you, is there somewhere we can get something to eat? Preferably of the discounted kind?
Well, I wouldn't exactly care about pricing here. It's, well, Aaron's father should have given him plenty of funding to take care of you all as well, should you choose to stay with him. If
Ravenna turns to look at Aaron.
Aaron nods. He's like, yeah, I'll feed you. He has no reaction to this. He was gonna feed you guys regardless. I mean, you guys are in Strahd's castle. He couldn't exactly get a chance to feed you there. There's no kiosks.
No, the fact that he's got a whole bunch of money for us.
Yeah. Copper coins. We're not counting
Oh,
copper.
God. Electrum.
No. No.
A fate worse than death.
Yeah, but if you're looking for somewhere specific to eat, the inn in the center of town, well, you'll probably be going there anyways to stock up on booze, but I heard they've installed a new, kitchen apparatus. Kitchen instrument. I'm not familiar with the terms they use. Wouldn't hurt to check out. Actually, the inn is run by some quite, wonderful people. For you, especially. Regardless, I believe my time has come short. I have a few things to put in order with my, where's my... Victor! And you, all see coming out of the, like, he has just been in the corner of the room, zero presence. This, like, gangly-looking beanpole of a man, pale skin, not blue, white pale skin, with a singular beauty mark on his face and big, messy, curly hair, and glasses. Holding a bunch of papers and goes, yes, Lincoln, we have a few things to order. Baba Lysaga has requested a meeting with you. She will be arriving in the abode in about 20 minutes. Right, well, can't keep a good lady waiting, even if it is her. All of you take care. Then Lincoln will go to turn with his aide, Victor. And with that, you're all escorted out through the door into the city of VALLAKI itself. And if the little preview inside wasn't enough, there is a wide variety of people here, most notably Barovians of blue skin. This is their nation, but you can see people of various races and colors, and it's very clearly other people who have wound up in Barovia in some way, shape, or form, or people who have had to make a life here. You see various undead walking the street, sentient undead, mind you. You see guards patrolling. You see, actually, another thing to note is you see other people, other mortals wearing the same collars you saw in Strahd's castle, the black iron collar with 2 glowing red dots, sometimes accompanied by other sort of sentient undead. And your carriage is led to you, led by your donkey, as well as one of the guards, or led by Aaron's donkey, excuse me. Aaron will look at you all and go, okay, right, let's stop by our place first, or my place, or I don't want to put any pressure on you guys, but let's go there first. It should be taken care of by Rictavio. My dad always kind of used the names interchangeably, but let's go there. Hopefully we can meet him, and if not, we can drop a few things off, and then, yeah. You guys okay with that?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think so long as you are okay with sharing your home with us, that sounds fine to me.
Yeah, I mean, before I just had my dad and my mom in a pretty big house. It'll be nice having more than 2 other people in a larger house. Oh, I'll talk about this when we get there. House rule number 1, don't give anybody specific permission to enter the house. You all should know this,
Naturally.
but yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, come on. And, Aaron is not sitting in the carriage while you guys walk along with it. He will walk alongside you guys and the carriage towards the manor. You all traverse down the roads, and you see this sort of, like, blend of, like, you're moving out from these grassy, older homes and buildings into this more of, like, Victorian cobblestone era. It's this weird transition of, like, when a city is starting to develop, you get this weird, like, great gradient of, like, really old shit into, like, oh shit, this house probably has plumbing. You see lampposts lit up. You're not sure how, if it's by electricity or if there's someone who walks around lighting each of them individually. It's very strange. It's this... You guys will probably be doing this a lot while you're here, but this strange understanding of there's going to be a lot of shit here from different settings and times and technologies simply because Barovia lets everything into it. Or takes everything into it.
Hey, you.
Strahd would appreciate that, thank you. As you can continue down, you can see on your left this fenced-off little forested area with a very large building with numerous guards around it. The decorations and architecture in the building immediately denote it as a guard station, and this area outside of it seems to have various guards training with different implements, shooting bows and arrows and pistols into training, into ranges, various guards attacking dummies, so on and so forth. Through here is more of a commercial district, and then finally you guys approach this one gated off area. Inside of it is a massive hill going far and far up, and for the first time in forever when you guys look up, you can see a much more intimidating silhouette than just the moon or the clouds. You see this massive, massive bell tower, this clock tower with 2 bells on either side of it, looking down at all of you. Time is a very important thing in Barovia, with no sun or movement of the moon to track it. It is currently 12:37 p.m., a little bit after lunch. The way up to the hill is padded. Instead of the cobblestone flooring that you've been used to, cobblestone roads you've been used to in the city, it's trodden on ground. There's various plants and wildlife everywhere. The grass is a little bit overgrown. As you approach, you see a beautifully large, little bit dilapidated manor, with another building to the left of it that has been boarded up shut. As you approach the front of this manor, the windows are cracked, there's dust all over the porch, and the doorknob has seen shinier days. Aaron will open the door, and as you all look inside, it looks awful. There are cans everywhere, papers strewn about, furniture knocked over. It is disgusting in here.
Ravenna kind of curls her lip at that and wrinkles her nose.
I see Mr. Rictavio, or Richter, or Ricky, has decided to focus on other matters with this home. Okay, tell you guys what. You guys need to see the town, right? This is my home, so I'll clean it up. But if you guys wouldn't mind, he hands you guys a small, or kind of like a noticeably large bag of coppers, and this is the DM's way of saying, I'm not going to track costs for buying things like food and basic supplies, same as we always do in our group. If you guys could get some of the following items for me from around the town, just to make sure we can maintain this place after I clean it up, that'd be kind of great, if you wouldn't mind.
Are you sure you'll be all right by yourself? I mean, this is a bit of a monumental undertaking. Have you ever essentially rebuilt and cleaned a house before, Aaron?
Don't worry, Mr. Jericho. I spend a lot of time at home. I'm very familiar with how homes work. Very. That was a weird
The
thing to
mechanics of a house. They stand still. Mission accomplished.
Window is not boarded up. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, I'll be able to take care of it. Listen. Here, that map of Vallaki. Let me take a look at it again. Okay. So, if you guys could stop by this area here, that's the stockyard. They should have most of the basic supplies we'll need. I'll trust you guys to figure that out, but I'll write a few of them down here. This is the DM's way of saying you don't have to remember a bunch of fucking grocery list items. That's fine.
Fetch quest.
Let's
Here,
go!
the Pidlocks are telling me about this place. It's called a depot. It's where they get things like wood and fuel. If you go there and get a canister or two of fuel back, that'd be good. We'd be able to keep the house nice and warm and energy running.
That's making it the Home Depot, if you will.
But
so
Got a big orange sign.
when we spend the 30 minutes of food RP, that's gonna be your comeuppance. You're gonna have to sit through all of it. But yeah, if you guys could go over there, that'd be great. Feel free to explore the rest of the town. I know there's around the square area, there's a lot of commercial buildings from what I saw, so maybe eventually later you guys could go there and get some food if you want some takeout. Okay, that's the part Warwick pays attention to, alright.
Warwick, as always, food motivated.
Yeah, I'll get to unpacking the stuff my dad gave me and making it real nice for you guys. If you see Mr. Rictavio, I'll just call him Rictavio. My dad didn't exactly tell me what he looked like, but he's sort of from what he sounded like on the phone with my dad, he sounds greasy.
Are you sure? Aaron, I'm not wholly comfortable leaving you here alone in a new city, in a decrepit house that up until recently belonged to another man who is, as you described, greasy and could very well want his home back. I would feel a lot more comfortable if someone were to stay with you. Or if you came with us. Either or.
I have the donkey.
That is not a sentient being that can help you out.
We really should acquire some servants.
I don't know about servants. I'm fine taking care of myself, but, no.
Oh, yes, but that's just you. What about the rest of us?
I could take care of you guys too, I guess.
Ravenna is used to a higher standard.
Just the SpongeBob meme of Ravenna asking Aaron to bring in her tea and says, whoa, you're not in uniform, and Aaron has to come back in the maid outfit.
The maid outfit, yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, I can't say I've ever been grocery shopping myself, but
Wait, you've never been grocery shopping?
Why would I?
I feel like that's just a normal thing people do.
No, I go to the mess. I just go to the mess hall.
We really are from different places, aren't we? But Jericho, you've been shopping before, right?
Oh, well, yes, but I'm used to homesteading myself.
So not really. Okay, but Ravenna, of course you have.
Oh no.
Everybody kind of puts her hand to her chest and giggles a bit and goes, "Well, my sister and I would occasionally go amongst the cities and find little treats and trinkets, but the servants would always supply us with everything else we needed. Which is why I think we should start to get some. What if Aaron what if he gets sick?"
Oh, I don't get sick.
Imagine having only one servant.
Footnote: see Ashes of the Last War.
The running rich person joke.
I will never be able to live it down.
Oh my goodness.
Or
You want that
just kind
context,
of-
go to Ob's channel. Sorry, go ahead, Julia.
Yes. No, Wark just kind of cocks his head to the side like, gotcha. Okay. Maybe this will be a little bit harder than we thought. Aaron, maybe you might want to come with us.
Trust me,
No,
Mr. Oh,
He seems to be fully capable of managing the ways that a house and home works, and he seems suitably tasked to be able to prepare it for us.
yeah, and besides, if Mr. Roctavia beats you guys home, he's not that bad of a guy. My dad never yelled at him the way he yelled at Strahd, so it can't be that bad.
The high bar.
I was gonna say the bar's in hell, buddy.
Oh.
Like,
Comparison.
Well,
Besides, he always
take
laughed.
you-
Oh, God.
I've never seen you more set on something in our brief time of knowing each other, so I'm going to choose to trust you.
Mm-hmm. I won't be able to join you guys proper on your journey around Barovia and, killing Strahd, so let me help out where I can, okay?
all right.
Well, thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Okay, well, you better give me that list then, because I think I'm going to be in charge of this mission.
out of character, can Warwick read?
Yes, he can read!
Wow.
Well, okay.
They can help you read the big words, and then you can tell them where it is, yeah.
Yeah, his literature understanding is very elementary school, but he's
You
there.
got this. You count. Yeah, Aaron hands you a small list of supplies of things like basic cleaning supplies. He's not sure about the plumbing situation, so he's asking you to get some water back and stuff, etc. and etc. Most notably, the stockyard has pretty much every basic thing you need, and the depot is where you guys will be getting the fuel and possibly any lumber or other supplies. He has also let you guys take the donkey and cart, realizing that, wait a minute, that might be a lot to carry back, and as cool and tough as Warwick is, we got a donkey for a reason. So, yeah. As you guys set off, assuming there's nothing else you want to do to Aaron, you can head back down the hill, and with one quick cursory glance back, you can notice that the porch is immediately spotless, and Aaron is inside the home.
Oh, he is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
He'll make an
So-
excellent servant.
Somebody's gotta take care of your home while you're out fucking trouncing Strahd, okay? That's Aaron's one job. Oh, yeah?
can we really be calling the son of a nobleman a servant? I feel like that's in poor taste.
As if there's anything noble about anyone in this place.
He just kind of like nods, like, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Jericho thinking that includes Ravenna, okay? All right. As you guys do come out of this, out of your home though, out of the gated off area, you can see someone waiting for you actually down there. A Barovian with same blue skin. She has a tall, muscular build, this dark burgundy red hair, or just dark red hair coming back with blonde highlights, beauty mark on her face. She is dressed in these fur coat and these fur clothings, like huntsman gear, and she's carrying a sack, a bloodied red sack, and holding an axe and looking up at you all and shouting, "Oi! Are you all the adventurers coming to kill Strahd?"
Attempted to, anyway.
Oh, so you're like, you do quests and stuff, right? Tasks?
That entirely depends.
Right, my grandpappy told me about people like you. Listen, my granddad's gone missing. His name's Augustus. As you travel around town, if you could find him and talk to him for a little bit and send him back. I own the butchery down by the square. But yeah, as you travel around town, talk to people, see where he is, and tell him to come home, please. He walks off sometimes.
How long's he been missing?
Just since this morning. He beat me to waking up, which means he gets to breakfast first, which means nobody stops him from walking out the door first.
Any physical indicators?
Well, he's old, which is pretty rare in Barovia. Glasses, wrinkly skin, same blue skin, and he shields up her arm. No hair, and he's got this weird patterned shirt on usually. This something called plaid that some other adventurer gave to him a few cycles back. Listen, I know you guys don't do anything for free, so you do that, and I'll take care of you, like lunch, dinner, afterwards?
Sounds good.
I was about to say, what do you say, Warwick?
Yeah, I'm all for it. Yeah, we can look for him.
Right, and you can tell me your names when you feel like it. My name's Mila. I run the local butchery in town. Right by the square, okay? Right in front of the fountain, too. All good?
Pleasure to meet you, Mila.
Nice to meet you, too, alright. Take care. And she walks off curtly.
Man, we have 2 side quests now.
Well, we've only been in this town for a few moments, and we've already sought employment.
That just means we look like reliable people, I guess.
Not exactly a fan of the fact that people see us and know and feel like they can just drop their personal work on us. But
Well, I guess it's a way to earn everyone's trust if they know that they can rely on us.
that's true.
Besides, I don't mind helping them out a little bit.
Understandable, Warwick. I have a feeling that trust is something that is easily disposed of in this place, and I would not put overly enthusiastic stock in what any of these people may think of you.
Yeah.
I guess we'll be
Well-
on the lookout for an old feller other than me.
Oh, you're not that old.
He's wearing plaid, too, which is a very strange fashion choice in Barovia.
That's mighty kind of you, Warwick, but let's keep moving before anyone else decides they have any other odd jobs for us.
Maybe we'll pick up some more on the way.
One more thing to note I forgot to add for Warwick's list. You guys do need to get booze. In fact, Aaron underlined it twice. That is only available.
What an
at AM.
incredibly specific request.
I have a thing. Shut up. I'm teasing you guys, but yeah. In Stockyard Farm, you guys have pretty much free reign to go wherever you want right now, except home. Please don't go back home.
All right, so we immediately go home.
We're gonna stare at Aaron while he works.
It is a little.
Rebecca just watching.
You missed a spot.
Picks over a can.
Okay.
Well, presumably, looking at the, rudimentary map, it all seems to be in a bit of a loop. We could perhaps go acquire the especially requested alcohol before working to the stockyard, and then to our depot for our home and back again.
I don't object to that. Besides, the clock did say it's a little bit past lunchtime.
Are you implying that you're already hungry, Warwick?
No. I mean, but if everyone else is, then I wouldn't mind stopping.
Probably be starving after a near-death experience too. Let's get you something to eat.
So I guess we'll go to the inn area first to acquire said booze.
Oh yeah, sure.
Ravenna will be riding in the cart. She does not want to walk.
Yeah, there's no Aaron in there. You got it.
But she does have she has her familiar, her butterfly out, resting on her shoulder.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to ask, how big is Violet anyways, your butterfly?
Amethyst
Amethyst.
is...
Whoa, shit, I fucked up.
The other purple.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
I used Raven as the stat line for her.
That's a
So-
big-ass butterfly.
She's a big butterfly.
Oh, that's kind of rad, actually.
made
That's
of
good.
like stained glass.
Alright. You guys can continue your little transit down to the inn. As you do so, you see, like, people sort of hurrying past you, probably other people also, like, looking to get errands done. As you approach the inn, there's no real group outside the inn, but to the cart to the left of it, you see a small gathering of people as this one figure stands up over the crowd on what you assume could be like a soapbox, and you see this large knight dressed in this sort of like almost glowing yet rusted metal, just shouting out to the crowd incoherently. Like from your distance you can't really make it out. So yeah, inn and cart.
I think Callan is kind of unsure of what the heck grocery shopping is, so she's just gonna immediately enter like almost guard mode and would probably walk a little bit forward to investigate whatever this commotion is.
You get closer, and what was like generic crowd, generic screaming quickly turns into positive crowd and positive cheering as this knight is handing out bottles of booze to families and other people. You hear them chuckle. Yes, my friends, another shipment from the Wizards of Winery to the west, yes. Please, take as much as you need for your families to survive these cold nights, please. Please, anything you can spare would be helpful, but please make sure you are stocked up well for another night in VALLAKI. And, Callan, you're not trying to be stinky about it or anything, right? Because
No, she's like, I mean, I hate to invite the comparison, but you know, she does walk around basically like a cop.
yeah.
So she probably is walking up
No
like
fun
close.
allowed.
Real ACAB.
Oh, excuse me, God. Oh, you're not a god. I am so sorry. Greetings. I am the Rusted Knight. Just give me a moment. Here, let me grab some from my list of names. Little Anika here. Yes, still just you and your mother, right? I snuck you in an extra bottle for her. Please, take care. And the little Barovian girl nods her heads and carries nods her head, singular. My tongue slipped.
All of her heads.
And takes 2 bottles of wine and runs off through the crowd. The knight looks back at you and goes, "Yes, sorry, it's listen, I'm a little busy handing these out. You are new here, right? To Barovia, right? I have the right idea. You haven't lived in VALLAKI before."
You are very correct. We're just merely out trying to find some items, apparently.
Yes, questing. How about, I would love to speak with you. Don't get me wrong, but there's like a small little Timmy walking up with this like, may I have another? Just asking for bottles
This is
of
so Futurama coded.
Listen, I go to the Blue Water Inn. They're closed for now because they're installing something, but if you tell the owner that I sent you, he will I assume you eat, right?
Yeah, yes, I eat. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry. You just can never be sure. Yes, but tell them the rusted night sent you, and they'll give you and I'm assuming you didn't come here alone. You and your companion something to chow on while I finish handing out this shipment.
This shipment wouldn't happen to be, I think they called it booze?
Yes, it's alcohol. This is a kind of less noble term to call it, but yes, it is alcohol.
Oh, we are looking for some of that then. Is there, could you by any chance give it to us in exchange for any sort of assistance
No,
with...
you can. The
He's
knight
doing it.
asks for nothing in return. But and he like holds up some papers. I am not so good with the math, so let me get through the families that need a refilling, and if I have any left over, I will absolutely give it to you.
No, of course. They should always come first in this situation.
Yes, this stuff is like water here, so yes, I'm sorry.
What is it?
The owner of the Blue Water Inn, Erwin Martikov, he will explain it to you. I am also not exactly from around here, so I may not be able to explain it right, but it is important to the people of Barovia to have this on occasion.
Callan is very confused by this man, as well as this seeming reliance on something she has never had before or heard of before.
Yo, you've never had alcohol?
Why would they have alcohol? It only dulls your senses.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we're gonna
No.
get Callan fucking
Yo, Callan
wasted.
fucked up arc, let's go!
Turned up Callan hours.
Consume-
She'll just like nod to him and just turn around to the party. Says, "Apparently, this alcohol is not for us, so we should go inside the inn for now while he sorts it out."
You were so close, though. That was almost shopping.
Was it?
It was. You almost gave him something in exchange for it. That's
Well-
literally what it is.
Well, I mean, back home, it's mostly we just get what we ask for.
That's exactly how it was for me as well.
Common ground then.
You just ask for it and you get it?
Well, it's a bit hard to explain, but given the fact that it's a militaristic state, when you ask for something, you tend to just get it because everything is for the service of the military.
And they just give it to you.
That's correct.
What about people who aren't in the military?
Everybody's in service of the military in some way, shape, or form.
Surely not everybody.
No, everyone.
Even kids?
What are kids?
Little people?
Children.
She gives you this look of like kind of confusion. I'm not exactly familiar with what you're speaking of.
Have you never encountered any children or juveniles in any of the planes that you have traveled across?
You're speaking of the little folk. I've seen them in other planes, but I've never heard the word kid before. Or children.
And little folk, you're not discussing like gnomes or halflings as such.
Well, like the people here carrying the alcohol away, yes, those little folk.
No, like when... Before you were an adult, you were a child.
What do you... She's unsure of how to answer this. I mean, there was a time when I was smaller, yes, but...
Right, a young, smaller version of people. That's... We all come from if we were all children at some point.
Mhm. I think there's a misunderstanding, and she'll just kind of walk back to the cart.
Do water people not have children?
Warwick just kind of shrugs.
It's perhaps that she comes from a place where it's artificial constructs. We have similar things where I'm from. They're generally of mechanical nature, but that doesn't make them any less sentient.
Maybe it's like a tadpole frog situation.
Callan was a tadpole. Let's go.
Callan and the fortune teller from session 0. She's like,
Yeah.
what is this small adult?
Small halfling. Oh my god. Kill shot.
Yeah, if we all come from different places, and the rules of her plane could be just different for how they come into being. I know that elemental creations, aside from the Ganassi, are usually created from the very substance of their planes themselves, much like with the Fae or other beings that were products of otherworldly origins.
You can see Warwick's face kind of scrunch up where he's like, he's lost the train of thought. It's
Jericho's right there with him. He is so confused.
Ravenna will just smile as she looks at they're both going like Blake and goes, the important thing to take away from it is that Callan is our friend, and we should not treat her any differently.
right, exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself. That I can understand.
Ravenna will turn to the cart.
Remember how I said, Warwick, that I'm starting to realize there's a lot that I don't know? It's continuing to compound.
There's a lot to take in, but don't try to stress or think too much. It'll start to hurt your head, and it's no good. It's no good. I've learned back a long time ago not to just let it slide up the shoulders.
Slide off your smooth ass brain.
No wrinkles.
No.
I appreciate the Warwick to Jericho going, a dangerous pastime, I know.
So, you guys want to wait outside? Do you want to go see if the inn has something to offer you, like the Rusted Knight said, or?
Yeah, we can head on in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ravenna will support it. She wants to make sure if we're going to get alcohol, we get good alcohol.
Mm-hmm. As you guys go over to the inn to quote-unquote kill time until the crowd disperses, you see at the entrance is a sort of like 5'2" man. He's very short, very stout, kind of built wide, but there's that layer of fat of this man's been out of service for a little bit, a little bit of exercise. He's got a simple mustache over his upper lip, waved back hair. He is wearing what's like upper-class peasant clothing, simple shirt and trousers, but dyed in this purplish black dye that seems like a little too fancy for the clothing it's on. On his waist sash, there is a little medallion with 3 raven feathers. A raven's talons and a feather coming out of it. Hey, welcome to the Blue Water Inn. We're closed for the day because we're installing something, but can I help any of you with things?
The night outside actually sent us over here, possibly to get some food.
They did send you over here. That's fine. Night runs delivers for us. We appreciate it. Yeah. Have any of you ever tried a waffle before?
And Ravenna will raise her hand.
I've had one too.
Okay, good. You can be good taste testers. You see, a little bit a while ago, those some Vistani merchants rolled through here with some instruments, some cooking tools that they usually do that to sell things to me. I got one of those. My wifey, she's cooking inside right now. 2 little ones liked it. Well, I say little ones. One's like an adult, and the other one's like an older adult. I don't see as much anymore, but they seem to like it. So. I want to see how people like it before we add it completely to the menu. So enjoy this testing as he opens up the door to go inside and get some. You guys can give me a perception check. This is purely for fun. So, but yeah, you can see like the silhouette of a figure in the background.
A fun perception check.
Yeah.
There's nothing fun about
Ooh.
seeing things.
Oh my god.
I've seen enough.
Okay.
I don't see nothing.
I'm glad-
22.
I'm glad Obs
My
got
elven
it.
eyes.
Glad Obs got it. All right. 12. Okay. All right. Could the Callan with the massive
Oh,
Callan's
eyes?
Callan is
outside.
staying
I'm not here.
outside.
Oh wait, you're
Callan's
oh.
outside because
Oh.
she doesn't want people to think she's
She's
a weirdo.
sulking.
Oh,
Yeah.
apologies. I thought you went back to the cart as in the okay, I'm sorry. But yeah. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, Warwick and Jericho, you guys aren't really caught by this. You just think food, and it's not really worth the attention to look through there. Ravenna, you're an inquisitive sort, naturally. You don't want to fucking die here, so you look in the distance, and you see a much taller, curvaceous woman with jet black hair. And
Of course, Obs finds the curvaceous woman.
Of course.
I gotta sprinkle in little treats for Ravenna here and there, okay?
Yo.
You can't really make out much of that. She has these piercing purple eyes, much like the man, her husband, and it almost looks like for a second that her arms were like big wide wings, and then you blink, and then she's not there. You don't see her silhouette anymore. As the husband comes walking out, and he's holding 4 plates of waffles that have blueberries in them. Some waffles have chocolate chips. He's sort of like, he's very gently also carrying a little platter of condiments like syrup, forks and knives. Accompanying the waffles are things like eggs and bacon. Because I know our men need their protein, and he brought up 4 plates, and sort of like while like he's biting down on a washcloth, he's like looking at her like, yeah, I got one more because I thought you're the blue friend of yours. I'm assuming she's a friend because she's by your cart. Would like one. I just I don't have a table out here, so if you could take them from my hands before I fall over.
Oh, I got him. I got him.
Thank
I'll go speak to Callan.
Right. Anyways, you all look fancy. You stormed in with the Vistani, or Ravenna, you're gonna go talk to Callan first, or
Yeah, I presume I was gonna go talk to Callan.
yeah, go talk to
first.
Callan. Go talk to Callan.
Ravenna will, gracefully walk outside to the cart where Callan is sulking. Callan,
What? Sorry.
we have been graciously offered a full meal here, and we would like you to participate with it.
I bet you should have someone. There should be someone to watch the cart at all times. Somebody could potentially steal it and run away.
I am sure that we can place it in a position of security, and you can spare the time to enjoy a complimentary meal with everyone.
She'll kind of give another look around. I suppose that I can take some time to do that.
Thank
Considering we're going to have to wait a while for this man to give us the booze.
you. Indeed, and I'm sure that you'd be better off at least enjoying some potentially edible food than continuing to wait outside amongst the rest of the detritus.
Detritus is a bit of a strong word, but
Gestures to how shitty everything in Barovia looks.
oh, I know. The people are worth saving, though.
Indeed. She does a big smile. Now you can't save them if you're not at your full strength.
Very persuasive as always, Ravinia. She'll give a soft smile before kind of like looking away, walking in alongside her.
Yep. And Ravinia brings in the Callan. Is Warwick already fucking 5 waffles deep?
Erwin's had to get more plates. I want to spell out his name for y'all. Right, so, did you all come in with the Vistani troop, or...
No, we've been brought in as travelers from our particular homes.
He, like, lights a pipe, sips on it for a second, and then looks at you and goes, so, like, Strahd's travelers. Like, he brought you all in here. However he does.
It seems that our fates have been intertwined with the finality that will eventually befall the erstwhile lord of this Desmine.
Right,
Big
well...
words.
Yeah, those are some big, I have to agree, big words.
Warwick nodding.
Obviously, I'm a simple innkeeper, but, tell you what, whatever wine that, if they run out of wine, if the knight runs out of wine, we got a few kegs down, so I'll give you one to help. Did they have the time to explain to you why wine is important here, since you're all new?
Nothing beyond that, it seems, the regular, dreary monotony of this existence.
I mean, we got a theater now. I didn't know what opera was, but, it helps with the whole getting bored, but, you know, as you get older, you, start seeing things differently, you, start being aware. Things like existential dread and stuff.
Jericho just nodding.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. Well, the devil himself, you know, he points to the castle, likes to, him and his world like to prey on them. As you get older, you get more aware of certain fears and thoughts, and, well... Obviously, you shouldn't get shit-faced drunk. Only drink as much as you can handle, but, the wine made out in the west by my, kin, my eldest son, Brahm, it's a winery made by some wizards. It'll warm you up. Keep you from, decaying as fast. If you find yourself questioning your faculties, well, a shot, a glass, a sip, whatever you can take, it'll keep you a little warmer for a bit longer. And again, I gotta clarify, and he like looks at the camera, do not go blackout drunk. Drink responsibly.
First of all, don't you ever tell me how to live my life. Secondly, so the realm itself preys on you, and you resort to hopelessness, and this acts as a way of spiritual fortification.
Yeah, exactly. And he like nods his head like he doesn't understand what he just agreed to. Alright.
Now, when you say decaying, do you mean like literally or figuratively? I think is what we're trying to clarify here.
That depends. Do you consider your mind, your brain a literal or figurative sense here?
Many philosophers have wondered that exact thing.
Oh,
No,
God.
that's a literal.
However you phrase it, you start losing sense of your faculties. And things like, well, the fog outside these walls gets a little more enticing. You hear voices echoing for you in far-off mountains, claim to be the kin you've lost, begging you to come and save them from the devil. And then you head
So-
out. Yeah. And you head out with nothing but a head full of cheese, of whole Swiss cheese. Yeah, I'm choking on nothing. Then you head out with a head full of holes. It's not a good way to go.
This is a common occurrence then.
Well, it used to be more common back when I was a little bit younger. But, after some adventurers came in and, well, they, didn't finish the main goal, they helped out a little bit, things got moved around. My son Bram takes care of the winery. Wine production's been up a little bit more than it used to be. And, thankfully, the, people here don't exactly go through bottles a day, so... Except for that burgomaster, and I think he just likes the crap.
And your
So
son came up with this wine that helps people?
And no, it was...
You must be...
No, my son, took it upon himself to take the family burden.
Is this some kind of exchange system? Sympathetic quid pro quo? Do you have to give up a portion of your own life or faculties or fortitude to be able to transfer it to others?
No, God forbid ever having to take away from another person to keep going, but... No, I just... Listen, when my boys were younger and my daddy was still around, things were tougher. Now my daddy's not around anymore. My boys, they've grown up, they ask questions, they think, and, well, Brahm, he asked some things I didn't agree with, and he stops by and visits every now and again, but he's very dedicated to making sure things are working over there. If you ever go out that way, just check up on him for me. Don't need to tell him that I'm curious, just check up on him.
So, this alcohol is good for helping keeping your spirits high in the face of peril?
Yeah. You guys find yourselves a little too pushed, just take a sip. Alright, calm yourselves down. It's a good way to settle your nerves. At least these ones are. I've heard tales of a kind some other adventurers request in specific brands, like Dwarven Fire Water. I don't know how you could drink fire, but this stuff is, it won't burn your throat.
Ravenna resists the urge to point out what firewater actually is.
Anyways, I think the crowd's dispersing over there. The rest of the night we'll be able to talk with y'all. But before I let you go, did you like the waffles?
Were the
Very
waffles
much.
good?
Were the waffles good? They're waffles. They were made with batter in a waffle press.
I know how waffles
Oh,
work.
I thought
they
you-
taste good.
Yeah, they tasted good. They tasted great. Like classic, like not even like waffle. I'm not talking about Waffle House or IHOP. I mean like a proper like diner with like really hearty waffle, a really hearty breakfast meal, right? The kind that
Gotcha.
makes you think twice about your arteries a day or two later.
Yeah, Ravenna only ate about a quarter of hers very daintily.
You're-
Or got the rest. It's
Yes,
okay.
before she passed it to Warwick.
Right. Thank you for that. I'll be sure to let my wife know. She'll be very happy to hear that. But yeah, we open back up tomorrow. The rest of the night should still be in town before they have to head back out west to get another shipment. But it was nice meeting all of you. And again, I might be a simple innkeeper, but anything you guys need, anything at all, don't be afraid to ask.
Ravenna will pause for a moment and look at. You said it was Sash that had the
Yeah.
Ravenclaw feathers.
Yeah. Little
That is a
dimes.
very interesting sash ornament you have.
Yeah, my clan traces back to a plane outside of Barovia. We aren't originally from here, and it's symbolic.
Of what?
Well, it's a black bird that you can see circling around our inn. And as you guys do look up, you do notice there's like a noticeable amount of ravens that have perched onto the inn, and some of them seem to be just staring at you guys. Anyway.
This is supposed to be for good luck or something?
Yeah, it just feels safer with the birds around, especially when it just feels safe to have this around. Family only. Family only, I'll have you know. Sorry, don't make copies.
Well, then I hope that you can elucidate us more in the coming days of the workings of such things, as I would be delighted to hear from you. Or if your wife happens to fly by, I would enjoy having a chance to discuss things. And she just kind of smiles and turns away.
Yeah, his eyes kind of like widen a little bit at that fly comment, and goes, yeah. Stop by whenever. Be nice seeing all of you. Everyone's gonna turn back and go back into his inn. You hear a click as the door locks. The knight will turn all over you and go, ah, yes, my future friends, welcome, hi. Was, the meal good?
It was delicious. Thanks for the recommendation.
I actually haven't tried that new food they made, so I am looking forward to that as my breakfast before I leave tomorrow. But yes, hi, I am the Rusted Knight. I travel throughout Barovia to help its denizens, mainly do deliveries. But yes, I do, it looks back at Kellen, I do have a few saved over, and he opens up a shelf and pulls out four bottles of wines, varying in shades from purple to red, and it just hands you all four of them.
Oh, well, thank you.
Anytime.
The man indoors certainly sung the praises of your gifts, so
He like raises.
we shall enjoy it as well.
They raise their nose up and like do the thing like where they rubbing their like the tip of their helmet. It's like you're like smugly like yes, thank you. I am very well aware of my contributions to Barovia. I am one
So,
of the
Knight, that is a rather peculiar title that you've gained. The Rusted Knight.
And who might you be? I'm afraid I've yet to make the acquaintance. And he like kneels and gestures for your hand. They kneel. They gesture for your hand.
Ravenna extends out her hand and does a slight curtsy.
Mm-hmm. They take it and hold it up to their helmet, and then rise up again. It is a pleasure to meet one such as noble as yourself, madam. May I have your name?
I am Lady Ravenna Dunaray.
Lady Dunaray, I will do my utmost to memorize such a title. And you two must be. Looks back at Warwick and Jericho.
Oh, my name's Warwick. Nice to meet you.
Glad to meet you as well, Sir Warwick, and you?
Jericho.
So, Jericho, it is a pleasure to meet a lot of you. But like I was saying, I'm very well aware of my capabilities in Barovia. I am one of the few able to safely traverse its realms.
And what allows you to do that?
Why, my chivalrous presence, of course. As you can see, and he spreads his arms and does a little spin, and as you guys begin to notice, there's no vampires in the vicinity. No real other sentient undead or other creatures of the night have really gotten close to this inn. Any that you do see kind of come around the block, either 180 back or like slink as far away from them as possible. I have a repulsive presence, as some of my quarries have come to call it.
Well then, it seems that your particular aversions do not affect us, and we instead can be gifted with your company.
I would like to insight check this man.
Oh, they're they, them. I know I fuck up their pronouns, but they are
Okay,
exclusively
okay.
they, them. Yes, go ahead.
I would
and
like to insight check this Themper.
Yeah, go ahead.
This
go
knight.
For it.
My pronouns are knight.
That is a
Knight and
15.
shining.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta think about this because 15's like right on the thing. All right, what are you trying to dig for anything in specific, or are you just trying to get a read on them?
I'm trying
check.
to gather essentially if the kindness is genuine or if there's like an almost self-serving nature to it.
It's really hard to put down because while they are proud of their deeds, while they're very aware of like how much they do for the community and how proud they are of it, there's this sort of like hero complex where they need to feel like they're needed. Them giving you those bottles, like way more than they needed to, that was done with kindness. And the same thing that you saw when they did that girl Anika and the rest that came by, there is a genuine kindness behind these actions that feels kind of twisted. There's like a sense of need to it, a necessity to be needed.
I'm glad you take pride in your work. I'm sure we will see you around.
Right, I make, every few days or so, I make an excursion out west to the Wizard Wineries to make a delivery back here and to make sure that everybody stays safe. Regardless, I do believe I'm in need of, some rest, but before you all head off, is there anything I can assist you with? Just name it.
I mean, you gave us the booze. That's really what we came for, or at least that's part of our list.
Are you in town frequently then?
Yes, you'll see me quite around. In fact, if you want to see me tomorrow, I'm staying at the inn, and I will be very much enjoying that breakfast.
With us being new in town, it would be good to know who to trust around here. Who the right sort of people are to adventurers.
Right. Personally, I just come in and out, but the general townsfolk are very trusting, even the ones wearing the black collars. They're just trying to make a living. Be careful of the stockyard. There's a very strange creditor store there, where, he tried to trick me out of my armor. Didn't let him catch me. The Martikovs, the family in the Blue Water Inn, can absolutely be trusted with your life. I would die for them. Are you all staying at that weird house on the hill?
That we are.
Have you met the squatter that lived there yet? Mr. Rictavio, I think he pronounced himself as, once drunkenly one night in the inn?
As in current squatter, we were led to believe the house was vacant.
Well, I mean, if you're moving in, I'd hope so. I have no clue. I haven't seen him in a few days, but he's, I've never really interacted with him outside of him being drunk and kicking him out of the inn. But he's jovial. But, if you're staying there, just... I don't want to say be careful, because I don't think he's harmful, but I do think he's a bit abrasive with this terminology. And he definitely will, he looks at Warwick and Jericho, slap one of your asses.
Oh,
He's
boy.
friendly. He's friendly.
Friendly, right. Do we need to go check on Aaron?
No, our servant can handle himself.
He is not our servant.
Are you
He
talking
seems to be
about
jumping at the opportunity.
the Barovia kid? That young man
Yes.
who's living with you? Oh, God. Well, I've only heard nice things about... He's lying. They're lying through their fucking teeth. They have not heard nice things about Barovia. Hopefully, he can enjoy his stay here. I wouldn't worry about Rictavio. During the day, he's not home. I've tried delivering his wine personally before. He's not home during the day. I've seen him... Some of the other kids have told me they've seen him prowling around during the day throughout the town. And some nights he's just not in the city. It's weird. He is weird.
Duly noted.
I think you might like him, but I've never seen him I've never talked to him sober.
I suppose we'll find out, won't we? One final question. One of the locals is looking for a missing man, Augustus.
Augustus, yeah. You'll find him.
Okay. Have you not seen him?
I haven't seen him, but I know you'll find him. Just
Okay. All right. Thank you for
It's
your vote of confidence.
it's a thing I like to call faith. Holds his hand on your shoulder, and you can feel a little bit of like lay on handsing, just to give you the paladin vibe check. It feels cold,
Vow of
Jericho.
conquest, paladin.
I will let you know right now, Jericho. His hand, with that like initial feeling of divine energy, it feels really fucking cold as he pulls his hand back. Right. Well, I am going to retire for the evening. I will see you all hopefully maybe tonight. Actually, if the inn opens up for dinner, maybe.
Very good. I suppose we'll see you around then.
Take care. And he'll bow, kneel once more to Ravenna, and then head back to the inn.
Renyo will do another curtsy.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho, like, full body shudders from that cold lay on hands, and just I don't rightly know what to make of them.
They seem to be the kind of person that takes much joy, perhaps too much joy, in helping others.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing, though.
Of course.
Well,
In any case, they're familiar with the town, got some good information. I will say I'm a little more than concerned about Aaron now. Considering we might have a overly friendly, potentially dangerous squatter on our hands.
Right. Well,
In all honesty, I think the boy would be dreadfully disappointed if we were to already go in checking on him after he gave us such votes of confidence as to his capabilities.
All right, let's finish our list quickly and get back to him.
All right, where do you guys want to go?
We're doing a loop around, so we'll go to the stockyard.
Okay, you guys can make your way to the stockyard. Same old path, cobble roads. There is an influx of people going in and out because it is the major trading area within the city of VALLAKI. As you enter, there is an arrangement of stands and general goods stores or more specific stores. You guys can do your shopping here pretty straightforward. I want perception checks from the party as you're all doing your shopping. And if you guys want if you guys want to do the RP of the shopping, go for it. Just cutting right to the important part of the stockyard.
Nat 1, baby!
19.
That night was
14.
really shiny, Ravenna.
love
Yeah.
that shiny 10.
All right, I'm giving specifically Jericho advantage on this.
Whoa.
Whoa.
As you're all traveling, Callan, you've been on guard since this entire time. You've not done any of the actual shopping. You're just by the cart watching it. You're making sure nobody steals shit out of your grocery cart.
Correct.
You look up, and you see a shadow dashing forth from building roof to building roof. Which immediately catches your attention, because even the most sketch of people in this city, aka dead people, walk around freely. So what needs to hide? Jericho, as you're coming out of the store carrying like a paper bag of goods, you know, your baguettes, your vegetables, your meats, you get flicked on the forehead by a pebble. And that catches your attention to look up, and you also see the familiar shadow of the tortured little man that you all rescued from the prison in Strahd's castle. Callan and Jericho, you can trace your vision to him as he waves and then hops from a building to another building to this one dilapidated building with it's jet black with faded gold trimming along its edges, and he disappears into some little apparatus on the ceiling. It could be on its roof. It could be like a chimney or a smokestack of some sort, but he disappears into the building.
Did it seem like from the gesture he wanted us to follow him, or just to let us be aware that he's here?
He wants you to follow him. It occurs in your memory that he did tell you to go to a specific store in VALLAKI for help.
Okay. I think with that, Jericho will drop his bag off in the cart and inform the others that he's seen this acquaintance of theirs, and just say, I think it's only right that I check in, make sure he's still abiding by his promises.
Yeah,
Do
do
you-
you,
Yeah,
do you
Jared.
want us
Not
to
Jared.
come?
Sorry. I meant to say Yulia. Go.
Do you want us to come with you?
I think at least one of you should accompany me. No one should ever be by themselves.
Sorry, Red.
Yeah, listen.
I mean, if anyone, Jericho was the most. He did not want Aaron to be by themselves.
He's our only servant. He has to learn how to work well on his own. Well, I see no reason why we shouldn't all come to support you.
We can drive Callan away from the cart that way.
I'm not that much of a sourpuss. That
Come on, Callan,
much. I'm
let's-
admitting a little.
Come on, Callan, let's stretch your legs a little.
Ah,
Yeah, come on, come on.
I'm coming, thank you.
Lead the way, brave knights.
And Jericho will follow in the direction that he last saw our friend in.
Yeah, it's that one building. Again, dilapidated, black, gold trim. And the front of the building, as you approach it, there is an intimidating little bust of a gargoyle staring you down as you enter the building.
I would knock first.
Oh,
Is it like a residence or?
Oh, it's a store. There's an open for business
Gotcha.
sign, so you can just walk in.
Gotcha. All right, in that case, yeah, we'll walk in.
Double checking.
I
Is
didn't
it all
want to
four
like
of you?
intrude on someone's
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, you're no.
The four of us.
Listen, Jericho. In any classic RPG, you can just enter anyone's home. You're fine.
That's true. That's true.
You're not a
course.
vampire. But yeah.
Or are we?
Ravenna, do you need permission to enter?
Yeah, Ravenna.
Jericho taking notes.
Can
See,
she
this-
walk through the threshold?
I am afraid to tell you, Jericho, that an open for business sign counts as consent for a vampire. You've
You
seen
know,
vampires.
that's true. That's true.
You've seen that happen in other buildings. Unfortunately. Damn. Just make sure that's not one of the house. No welcome mat. As you will
Bless this
enter,
mess.
you see. Well, first off, the store itself is strange. There are there's golden scales, like dusty golden scales everywhere. You see portraits depicting settings of different planes. You see antiques that have long since rusted, but are still like in good shape, so they're pretty. And behind the counter next to a register, you see a bald human man in simple leathers and gold adornments, a pair of glasses, and he looks directly at you and says, "Ah, welcome, customers, to Patches Trades. How can I assist all of you? Are you here looking for a loan?"
No, actually, we were directed by someone to this establishment on the understanding that perhaps you might be able to help us.
"Oh, well, I can help with many things, my friend. Specifically, and as he says that, he stops and looks down and says, "Oh, cripes! These are your friends." Reaches down and then pulls up Talhar by the scruff of his neck and just sets him on the counter. Go on.
Like a full ass person.
Yeah, full out. Talhar is like a small man. So, and Patches here, as he calls himself, is kind of tall. Just sets him on the counter. He's sitting on the countertop. He's not like small enough to be like a doll on it, but he's sitting on it. Go talk to them, Talhar. I'm gonna go change in the back. Talhar looks at you all and says, "My friends, you made it."
That we did. So did you, it seems.
My promise. No Strahd. And no taken blood.
I'm glad to hear it.
How have you all been? Is the rest of your night okay? Heard many noises.
Anything but, unfortunately, but we're all still standing.
Okay, well, don't worry, I'm here to help, and by I mean we. And then Patches immediately in the back says, "Hey, I am the wheeling and dealing type, my dear Talhar, and I would like to deal." And he steps back out in more like, he's dressed in actual equipment now, like proper armor and gear, and his glasses are off, and he heads to the front and says, "Sorry, it's just, Talhar vouches for all of you, but I feel like I need to present myself proper. Welcome to Patches Emporium, where we deal in gold. Just gold. And like Talhar said, I'd be more than willing to help you all, but I don't do it for free. For one devoid such as greed as I could bear the burden of all the gold in your purses. Speaking of, how much do you all have?"
What the fuck is it?
Uh,
It's awfully forward of you, considering we were just here to see this one.
"Well, this one invited you all in knowing the kind of business I do." And then Talhar tugs on his, side and then hands him a sack of coins and goes, "Help. You are better. Help them." Okay, we're gonna do the whole spiel. Talhar, just go back to the basement. I don't want to... Talhar's gonna go to the basement. Patches will look back at all of you and goes, Right, so, as you are aware, you need powerful weapons and equipment to kill Strahd, right? Or to kill anybody here, right?
That does seem to be the case, yes.
Right, well, I deal in trading these goods, but there's a little bit of a catch. You see that on the wall? And he's gonna walk over and take a blade off the mantle. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to hold it for a second and just tell me what feeling it gives you. Who wants to hold it? It's not cursed. All right. Yeah, thank you for volunteering.
we got that. We got that detection of good and evil going at all times.
Yeah, you got your divine sense. I'm not gonna make you guys fucking yell every time you want to divine sense something. Nothing's off outside of the undead sense of Barovia, but you hold the sword, Warwick, and it's a good blade. Despite rust, it has good weight, good form. It's expertly crafted, but it feels empty. It feels like it's ebbed away. The last of its essence. Its experience, who's hold it, and most importantly, its magic. Patches will look at all of you and go, "Yeah, that used to be a have many of you heard of a Vorpal blade? Picked up on my travels. Used to be quite powerful, but unfortunately, things in Barovia tend not to keep its potency for long. Right? You've seen the effects. Does it go?
Yeah.
Well, I have a little workaround for that. Now, I'm no dwarf, no master smith. I can't make you things, but I can sell you the idea of things. Here, and he puts the gold sack on the table. There's about 400 gold in there. Each of you take 100. Divide it evenly. Each of those gold coins is 10 gold. You can do the math. Just take about 100 each. Okay, and now, when you're ready, just come up to me and say you would like to improve your weapon. Okay?
Now, what good does the idea of something do?
Well, you can't exactly erase... I mean, there's magic for that, but it's harder to get rid of an idea than, well, that. And he points to the rusted sword that Warwick's now holding. Just, say you want a better weapon.
Okay, I want a better weapon.
Okay, now give me the gold. It's very important to me. I need it. Makes me feel good. It's part of the deal.
Okay, slide over his portion of the gold.
Good. Nothing too special. After all, it was Talhar. Well, my gold now. Slides it into his pocket. After you make the exchange, a little vision comes to you of your weapon. But like, man, what if it was better? What if it was like exactly +1 better? Your great axe is now a +1 great axe.
Oh, Gabagool, let's go!
Just a Gabagool.
That's my bestie. That's my bestie. All right. Well, there you go.
Whoa, thanks.
See, this is why gold and such is just so outlandish. My weapon came better.
Oh, they can only improve so much, and well, I sell other things besides that for not as cheap amounts. I sell other things for not as cheap amounts, mind you. I mean, there's only so much you can do with, he like sniffs the air. Pact magic.
Gives him an eyebrow.
Your weapon just becomes better?
It was made this way.
That's mighty convenient.
Whatever I turn it into, it's as simple as that. But since you seem to be, gestures back towards Patches, since you seem to be oh so wanting to show off your capabilities, please enlighten us.
I mean, one such as myself, free-spirited, untethered from any gods or depths, from greed and desire, I simply aim to take the world's riches, especially away from those who seek to do worse with them. And for those of you with a low reading comprehension level, that is Strahd. For what is a king without gold? So I've been accruing it. And if you help me accrue it, I will let you peruse my stock. And for those of you at home, that is the magic item spreadsheet I gave you guys. Still missing a few things. I need to add costs to it, but it'll be updated and stuff. But yes. And with the remaining 300 gold there, I will upgrade the other two as well. That seems fair, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
anything for us
300
to
gold
jump?
for Ravenia and Jericho to get. Ravenia, you get a +1 spellcasting focus, and Jericho,
Yay.
you can pick either your melee or ranged weapon to be +1.
Sick.
Yay.
I appreciate dear friends that don't exactly like to focus on the details. And don't worry about refunds. Everything's top-notch here. Nothing will fail you out there. That's the DM's way.
Jericho?
Yeah.
Would you like my share for your pistols?
That hardly seems fair. Isn't there
Right.
something you might want?
I don't see much of a need for it for now.
Well, I'll accept it on the condition that I can do you a good turn in the future.
More than welcome. Please.
Alright, so Jericho, you can add +1 to your ranged weapon as well.
Woo!
Ooh.
Now remember, I only deal in gold. Copper is for peasants. Electrum is banned in most provinces. And platinum is too big to carry. And finally, and then Talhar fucking pops us up to the basement. Trade in silver. Yes, Talhar is a bit of a suicidal maniac. You all know how dangerous silver here is, right? Figured I'd do you all that kindness before letting you go.
Of
I
course.
presume that many of the creatures here have some susceptibility to it.
It isn't just susceptibility. Look at the coins. The copper is stamped with the symbol of the nation. Pretty broad, pretty basic. The gold coins are stamped with Strahd's face on them, his ego. Mine for the taking. But silver coins, turns over with a red gem on it, much like the gold ones, are stamped with his brothers. Not many people know this. Many Barovians question who this strange man is, but yes, this coin is rarely traded in Barovia because it's a symbol of rebellion, and is thus cursed, and any idiot, Talhar, that dabbles in it is a fool. And Talhar speaks up, if you give me silver, I'll give you fancier tools. No ideas. For the DM's note, cursed items are exclusively traded in silver, which will be much more scarce than gold. And they'll do really weird shit to your characters. But yeah.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Yeah. Fortunately, no silver, but yeah. But general thought processes, like, for example, if Jericho wanted to, like, change up his playstyle to support, it would be something like, oh, do this, and then allies get that, or whatever. Or really fucked up shit, like, there's a cursed item in D&D that, you get a +4 to an ability score increase, but every time you fail a roll, you get a level of exhaustion.
Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun toys, and as always, if you guys don't see a magic item that you want on the list, because there's a lot in D&D, just let me know, and I'll slap it in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right, well, thank you for coming to Patch's Emporium. Thank you for Talhar's gold. If you come in trading silver, I'm gonna be in the back and you can deal with this freak. And take care, my friends. And remember, if you find any more gold, where to bring it. I'll be ready to wheel and deal come next time.
Thank
So
you.
noted.
I need to go move something IRL.
Okay.
If you guys want shopping RP in Stockyard, go for it. But yeah, you're all freed from Patch's little creepy fucking gold exchange store. Alright, I'll be right back.
At least it wasn't our goal, technically.
I suppose so.
First one's always free, they say.
Still, if they have any sort of equipment to help us achieve our goals, then I see no reason to not indulge in this silly little game.
Yeah, I mean they've been really hospitable in the good way, not the Strahd kind of way.
They are all making their own machinations. They individually are too weak to do anything and seemingly too self-absorbed to be able to unite in any coherent way. Accordingly, they likely see us as the next in a processional of people who are willing to do something that they woefully are unable to do on their own.
We did get a
Hmm?
we did get a keen bit of insight, little tidbit of knowledge though. Whoever's dealing in silver is likely to be an asset and an ally to us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Indeed.
So I suppose we quietly keep our eyes peeled for anyone dealing in such coins.
I am a bit surprised, if I might say, that these people seem so hospitable to folks like us, considering there seems to have been so many failed variants of us.
I suppose living under the tyranny of Strahd, one can't help but hope the next batch of adventurers will be the ones to finally do it.
If the knight's words or that of the innkeeper are anything to go by, it seems that these people live in a perpetual state of ennui, just waiting to be dragged into the void, and anything to escape from the woeful reality they find themselves in is an opportunity they're going to take, no matter how ill-fated or ultimately futile it ends up being. If they stop hoping, then they simply will disappear into whatever this is, as she gestures to the greater extent of Barovia.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
they're hoping for heroes, and I guess that kind of makes all of us heroes to them.
Okay.
I suppose so. Either way, I'm looking forward to experiencing whatever this alcohol thing is tonight.
She is getting so crunk. Okay. You guys are going to move on to the depot?
I think before we go, Jericho will be the last one to leave, and just to approach. I'm blanking on his name, not Patches, the other guy. Talhar. And after everyone's left, just approach him and say, "So, how's the," and he'll motion to his neck, "silver treating you?"
It hurts, but I can hold more. I have to carry more.
And you still feel your wits about you, do you?
I don't think I can be called sane, but I'm not gonna hurt anybody. I promised.
Good. Good. It gets easier.
I hope so.
Well, until we meet again.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon.
Take care.
Thank you. And he'll rejoin the group after that.
Alright. So, farm and depot. As you guys enter this region of VALLAKI, it is very strange to see a massive farmland walled off. It's still, like, separated from the city by a smaller wall, but it's walled off from the wilderness. Most large cities tend to have the farms on the outside, but given the nature of Barovia, it just makes sense. However, you all are aware that Barovia is Strahd, so any food grown here must be bad. But as you look here, there's a very strange divide in this dirt, in this land. It's noticeably greener, healthier, and just more abundant with life. Warwick, your background in gardening and care for nature, you can instantly tell that this area has been sectioned off from the dirt from the outside. That it's incredibly well maintained and cared for, and that anything grown here and the wildlife eating food here, it feels right here. It feels like you could eat this land. Please don't eat the dirt.
Oh. Warwick already on his hands and knees. Scooping up dirt.
To your guys' right is the depot, which is this other sort of like fenced off area with a small building and counter in front of it. Various muscular laborers walking in and out through the wall behind it, carrying cartloads of lumber, minerals, and tanks of what you assume to be fuel. Up front is a man wearing a red bandana. He has very loose-fitting clothing, no sleeves, fur wrapped around his waist. And he looks up at all of you and waves you over. Right, are you here to take some stock?
That's on the list, right? Pretty sure it is.
I think we're here to get fuel. That was the reason
Fuel
we came.
and
Yeah, fuel. Yeah, supplies. Yeah. Hi, my name is Ivan. I am the current stock manager for the depot. You said list, right? Let me just take a look at that. You don't have to think so hard. Trust me, I hate thinking
Thank
too.
God.
Yeah. Cool. We can spare a few canisters of fuel. We have some lumber left over. Thank God you guys don't need any minerals. The mine's having some issues. Yeah, should be good. Is that your cart? I can just tell a few of the laborers to move them on there, right?
I mean, we can help too if you need, but
No,
wait,
no, don't
what
worry
about
about
them? Oh, thanks.
Yeah. We all like to do our part here. You're all new here, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
You know how dangerous black blood is yet, or?
Black blood. I mean, frankly, everything here is dangerous, so enlighten us on this specific danger.
Right, so that black tar-like liquid we get from the ground, we call that black blood, because it's the devil's blood, powers everything in this city. Just know, you could set it on fire, you can... Well, mainly the fire part is dangerous, so don't fire one of those pepper boxes near it. He points towards Jericho's guns. Be careful with magic near it. We haven't had any incidents recently, but it happens. It happens.
Oh, so it's like oil.
Like cooking oil? No, this is black blood. It's different.
No, like crude oil. Use it to power machinery and light lamps and things like that.
Oh, right, you're not from around here, so it's got a different... Yeah, sorry, my brain's a little slow. It takes a little bit to warm up. Right, you're from a different place, so don't worry about it. Yeah, you can call it oil, whatever. Just be careful with the stuff. We haven't had an incident recently. But yeah. Is there anything I can help with you in particulars? Aside from that? Aside from what's on the list?
Wondering about your soil over there. Looks pretty different from everything else.
Yeah, it's, see, a few cycles back, it occurred to us that, well, actually when Lincoln was elected as burgomaster, he pointed out that we had... So, you know how anything grown in Barovia is like shit? I guess you haven't eaten anything here yet, but... The Vistani used to, like, because they can freely come and go, they would trade wares with us, and obviously they had full control of, like, things like food and water, so naturally that was a problem. Then Lincoln, saint that he was, him and some laborers got together and purchased land from the Vistani. They gave us soil. They gave us tools to build. Yeah, it was pretty good. And then this one weirdo who came in a few cycles ago, Rictavio, he taught us a bit more about growing, because we got the soil part down, but getting stuff to come out isn't so easy. I don't have, what do you call it, a green thumb? Yeah, I don't have one of those. So yeah, he helped out a ton, made sure the animals were taken care of. He brought in some weird seeds, and he reaches underneath and pulls up like a little bushel, little cornucopia, a little basket of various, what I can call fruit. Yeah, I've never seen these before when I was a kid, but this is recent, and these takes like an orange one, and he chews into it, and there's like a crunch to it, like it's a nut, but then you see juices flowing out of it. It's like, tastes really fucking good.
Well, oh.
Yeah, guys. If a green thumb is good at gardening, that guy must have like green fingers and toes. Anyways, help yourself. Consider it a care package.
Oh, thanks a bunch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a few seeds I wouldn't mind trying to see if it grew here, if you don't mind.
Yeah, if you're a grower, I don't know where you guys are living, but if you have room, I can send it a packet of soil or two. We have a few to spare. Always encourage people to be part of our gardening program.
He turns back to the group like a bit wide, expectant eyes of almost asking for approval.
By all means, is this something you're familiar with, Morik? Something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, better for us to grow our own stuff than relying on others.
All I ask is
Fresh
oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, fresh fruit is always best. So I look forward to seeing what you can make with it.
Ravenia would put a hand on Warwick's arm and just go, "Whatever makes you happy."
If he had a tail, it would be wagging, but he's gonna
He's so puppy coated.
be grinning and turn back to Ivan and nod his head.
All I ask is that if we give you the stuff, just share around. Really, even before Link and the people here got together, the town, even before Link and back when we were in the I can't remember the previous family's name, it was that Victor kid's family. We got by in Barovia because we relied on each other, we helped each other, so if you have any leftovers, feel free to share them around, okay? And if you do have time to kill, we'd welcome the help here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, cart's all set up and you're all good to go. Take it easy.
Right. Is that everything on the list? Are we missing something?
You
No, I
guys-
think we've gotten everything.
Except a grandpa, but yeah.
Well, we were just told we would
Yeah.
find him, so
Yeah, it was very low pressure.
I'm waiting for Gramps to just kind of show up.
Is
Yes,
there
if-
anywhere... Oh, sorry, good. Thought you lived.
No, saying we can try to do a loop around the rest of it. Get a scope of everything else before we head back.
Might as well take a look on our way home.
Right, well, you guys have the rest of the town to look forward to, so anywhere you want to stop. If you want to go in a full circle and go to the church, and the theater and Burgomaster, and the square, and then loop back home, that sound good? Alright. Making your way back down from the farm, back into the city proper, you all pass by what was marked as a church. You see a very, modest building. There's not that many accoutrements, there's it's not fancy. There's no gold ornate architecture outside, no marble columns. It is like a standard wooden church you would find in a Midwestern city. There's really only one sort of religious holy symbol, and it's the same sun symbol you've been seeing toss around on Lincoln's shoulders or worn by various one of those holy symbols you saw back in the Death House or back in Sergei's tomb. Outside in the back, which it's connected to the church, but you guys can just walk into the graveyard. There is a singular older man in priest garb praying over a gravestone.
I think Jericho will slowly walk up to him, not wanting to alarm him or anything, and just, excuse me, sir.
Excuse me. Hi, how may I help you?
Well, there's a few things, actually. My company and I were new in town, so to speak. And, well, first things first, I guess, down to business. We're looking for an older gentleman, named Augustus. Would you happen to know where we could find him?
Jericho, as you now approach this man, he is not exactly, like, he's not as old as you, but he is older. He has this long black hair going back down from his head. It's kind of like sleeked back. He's got like tannish brown skin. It's still like whitish brown, but still like color. And while he is adorned with the holy symbol, it does look off. Like, that sun symbol isn't on the right spot in his garb. He looks at you and goes, right, Augustus, I'm assuming that, the butcher, she lost her grandfather again?
I assume so. Is this a common occurrence that everyone seems to realize?
Well, poor Augustus is probably the oldest living man in Barovia. Well, mortal at least. Don't let the devil hear me saying that. But yeah, no, his faculties are a little messed up. Sometimes he'll say names of people who weren't around. Hey, maybe I met them, but no, I have not seen him, but there is one member of VALLAKI she is very good at finding people. Her name is, well, I have it here. It's just now slipping my fucking mind. Her name is Tatiana. Wait, oh, wrong name, sorry, that's from the book. Her name is Ilya. Oh my fucking god!
Ilya?
I
Ilya?
just fucking. You know what? I'm changing this character's name on the spot. I'm
Left
so.
from the Wilds to come to Barovia.
I'm rewriting this character's name. Odessa. Her name is Odessa. No connection to the Odyssey. Her name is Odessa. All right. Her name is. I'm changing that in my note. Odessa. Okay.
Hey, y'all should watch Ashes.
We're gonna make
reminder. Go watch Ashes.
We are making so many references to that campaign during this one. Just go to Obsidian's channel and watch it. But yes, Odessa. She is very spunky. She is the chronicler, well, the current chronicler of VALLAKI. If you are looking for anybody, she would have seen them. She often hangs above on top of the rooftops with her strange device, taking portraits of people. I think she was taking some of the theater on behalf of Lincoln. Yes.
I guess we'll check out the theater then. We've got a list of things to take care of today, so I won't slow us down, but I would like the opportunity to come back and visit your church and find out more about what you do here, if that would be all right.
Of course. While this church does have one symbol, all who deserve the chance to pray are welcome here. And as you can see him, like, you hear him talking, like, me speaking like this, like, sure, I'm awkward, but this guy is, like, awkwardly speaking on the church himself.
I've been getting a couple of red flags from this guy. Can I just, like, I want to do an insight check, but I'm trying to figure out what to specifically ask for. Is he being, like, awkward just because we're new, or is he, like, being sketchy?
If you're trying to determine the source of his awkwardness, feel free to roll me an insight check.
Okay, with my -1, let's go.
You're good.
Okay, 15.
He means well, but he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, he is someone who is like, you know when you get that college professor that, like, is just doing the job because that's their job, but doesn't actually know how to teach?
Yeah. the only man of the cloth here, so to speak? Are there more of you?
I'm afraid so. There was a different member of the church, someone who knew what they were talking about and knew what this church was dedicated to. His name was Father Lucian. But, oh, and my name is Milivaj. You can call me Mil for short, but you don't need to include father in that. But when I was younger, I was a little more brash, a little more hot-headed, and I made a mistake. One that I want to rectify for Father Lucian.
What happened to Father Lucian?
If you can catch me and Rectavio at the inn drinking our guts out, then I'm sure it'll spill out to you eventually.
I see. Well, in that case, I look forward to speaking with you again. I hope to be a listening ear and perhaps a helping hand.
Of course, you're always welcome here. And good luck finding Augustus. He's pretty easy to find, trust me.
Well, till next time then. Thank you for your help.
Take care.
Oh,
and
he'll join with.
May the sun shine upon you. Yeah. He's like, yeah, I said it right. Yeah.
And also with you.
No. This guy does not. I want to be clear. Like, on top of the awkwardness, this guy does not know what a sun is.
Oh, poor guy, poor guy. Oh, Jericho will rejoin the group. And we can continue on. I think I got a lead on where we can find this ever elusive Augustus. Apparently, there's someone on the. I don't understand this place. There's someone on the rooftop of the theater that can help us. Apparently.
Okay, I mean it's a lead. A lead is a lead.
Went by quite a few names.
It's not quite on the way, but perhaps we could make a detour.
Yeah, the Chronicler Odessa awaits you at the theater, so I think you guys can go there next. Yeah, cool with that?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You are making your way to the theater, and this is like the densest part of the city. This is like the most urban Vallaki gets. As you approach this juncture and look up in the middle, you see this gorgeous center plaza, and in the middle of it, you know how like there's those areas in parks where like water spouts up from the ground for kids to run through? There's something like that, a little fountain coming up, not separated by not with a pool of water or any rim, just coming straight out of the ground from a spout, shooting upwards in this kaleidoscope of colors. The theater in the distance, held up with beautiful stonework and gold trim, banners of different plays, some of which you guys feel like you've definitely heard of, in some way, shape, or form. For example, The Marriage of Figaro is up on there, for those of you from the plane of Earth. Curse to you that with all the people coming and going, there must be quite a number of tales to share. From the roof of the theater, you see a flash, a sort of glistening of light against a lens, and a silhouette popping up from underneath it, sort of like waving at you guys madly before like grabbing a rope and swinging off the roof of the theater down to ground level. And you guys see a bubbly, short woman with braided back hair, blue skin, big round glasses, and buck teeth, looking at all of you, holding what, Callan and Ravenna, yes, Ravenna and Jericho. I'm taking real big guesses at your fucking planes of technology. She is holding a camera. An old-timey one.
Everybody but Warwick. Or Warwick.
Yeah, everyone. I don't know.
I don't know if we would have cameras.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's not exactly necessary.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't know if Tal'Dorei has cameras because like right now in campaign 3 they got fucking airships. So like commonplace airships. So I don't know. Your discretion. But she runs up and then like immediately before anyone speaks, she just flashes you guys with it and goes, "Hi, I'm Odessa. Nice to meet you." And she like she just takes your hands and shakes them. "Hi, what are your names, your heights, your occupations, how long have you been in Barovia?" And she's just bombarding you guys with questions.
One at a time, please.
Right.
Jericho was blinking very heavily for being flashed in the eyes.
Nice.
Right. Where should I start? Oh, hi, my name is Odessa.
Warwick's rubbing his eyes. It's nice to meet you, Odessa. I'm Warwick.
It's nice to meet you, Warwick, and she does the same shake hand again. The really crazy one.
Tries to match her
Her freak? You try to match her freak?
trying to match the
Ain't
freak.
somebody gonna match my freak? Alright.
Ravenna will curtsy and say, Lady Ravenna Dunare.
Oh, you're a fancy person. I practice this, and she does the same curtsy, but it's a little too energetic, and her braids flop over her hair, over her face. Nice to meet you, Lady Dunare.
Charmed.
Just Callan for me. And she'll just give it a soft nod. Nothing more.
Oh, you're the cool one. And then she's gonna grab your hand and shake it crazily, too. Nice to meet you, Callan.
Nice to meet you too.
And you?
I'm Jericho.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, too, Mr. Jericho. And she takes her hand and shakes it.
Likewise, Miss Odessa, I was told by, Father Mill that you might be able to locate a certain gentleman by the name of Augustus.
Oh, yeah, I've seen Augustus, I've seen Ivan, I've seen Rictavio, I've seen Erwin, I've seen so many people. Here, look! And she, like, pulls up her big journal, scrapbook, and flips through the pages. And in a blur, you see various denizens of Barovia, you see a picture of Zod, you see Rod, and you see all sorts of individuals. And then she stops her finger on a page that's marked Adventurers, and then begins to flip through it more slowly, and you can see the various parties that have come to Barovia.
How many are there?
I want just a general, like, either intelligence or wisdom check.
Oh, good.
Is this for everybody or
If you want to pay attention, if you do not care about what's in the book, you don't have to roll.
I don't care.
I got a 13.
14.
14.
Yeah, I'll try rolling.
Ward, you have a brain. It's wrinkly. It's got a
He
friend in it
does.
too.
He does.
Yeah, get the worm to think for you.
Holy shit! All right. I guess I'm dropping this. I'm dropping a little Easter egg for Warwick. All right, Callan's not
Thank you,
doing it.
Tadpole.
Game's easy.
Big brain.
Baldur's Gate, baby. And Callan's not doing it. Lily, I take it.
Yeah.
All right.
She's still in a bad mood.
You're
She's
good.
sulking.
There is a lot of people in this book. In fact, if you want to take a fucking shot and just drop a party name like the Darrington Brigade, they're in here. And there's a lot of people. Ravenna and Jericho, off your plus 10s, you do recognize people in garb, attire, with technologies from your planes. Wark, off your natural 20, I'm going to DM you something. And, you can
Secret
La
DMs.
spicy.
I'll probably add more to this later. It's...
I'm so curious.
All right. And she flips the books, and then she takes the, like, really, like, scatterbrained, candid photo of you guys that she just took, and then slots it into a slot, and puts a label underneath it, writes a number on it, and then says, it's okay if you guys don't have a name yet, but if you have one, I will write it in here. Because I'm the chronicler. It's what I do. I chronicle and keep things up to date and stuff. But yeah.
Was there a chronicler before you, or is this something you just kind of took upon yourself?
Yes, the chronicler before me was my grandma, and before me was her grandma, and the grandma after that, and the grandma after that. I'm flattered that you think I'm so wise and mature, but no, this book was held up by generations of my family.
I see. That's an awful lot of adventures.
Mm-hmm. I've never... Well, you guys are the first ones I've kind of, like, officially met. Just, like, kicking the floor. So I'm so excited to meet you guys! I can't wait till the next... Looks at you guys, goes... Shuts her mouth.
Oof.
I'm sorry, I'm a little excitable. Anyways, you wanted to see somebody? Ivan? Erwin?
Augustus.
Ah, Gussie. So he's always at his... And at that moment, you guys hear the screams of a child running down the street towards the theater. And
Look, Callan, a child.
this child is battered and bruised and bleeding.
Oh.
So hold the laughter a little bit. There are no guards in the vicinity as well, which is just now occurring to you, because normally when you hear a child cry, your first instinct is to like, is there a parent? Is there a authority figure? Is there another responsible adult around? But strangely enough, despite this being such a lavish area, there are no actual guards stationed here. And you see this child trip on the stairs leading up to the plaza and fall down. And they're crying. And if any of you feel that initial notion, take a step towards a child in need of
Is
help.
anyone...
Oh,
Is
good.
anyone... Like, just... Any other people... Are they making any sort of motion to intervene or see what's going on?
There are people, and they're looking, but some of them are trying to look away. Even Odessa, who's right behind, who's normally so bubbly, is like trying to like not acknowledge what's happening.
And
As-
he'll address Odessa. Just, is no one going to... No one's going to help here.
She looks down at her toes crossed and goes, well... And then you guys see two very clearly fists of Barovia, two large figures dressed in the same black leathers and spiky adornments, run up, that like hog up to the child and grab him by the scruff of his neck. All right, let's head back. And they turn around and begin huffing it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hold
whoa.
on.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah. You shouting that out?
Yes.
They look back at you guys and they just start hoofing it.
Oh, no, 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 no.
You gotta
no.
chase them. You gotta chase them or shoot them or do something.
No, I'm...
After them.
Let's
We're going
fucking
after
shoot
him.
them. They're fists of Barovia. We don't need to ask questions.
Yeah, they don't got souls. Same as
Yeah,
any
right.
Barovian.
Right, I imagine ranged weapons would come out and immediately try and aim for the legs.
Yeah, sure. Go roll me attack rolls.
Hell
I
yeah.
will
brother.
say, I'm gonna treat them as if they're like not necessarily undercover, but I'm raising their AC a little higher than normal because it is a very strained moment of like you guys instinctively going to shoot and they
Yeah,
have a child
we're also-
and civilians.
We're also trying to not hit the kid,
Yeah, there's a lot of factors.
Oh, they have
Are we?
higher AC, you say, Sif? Well, how about you have one of them make an intelligence saving throw?
Oh,
Everyone else aiming, Ravenia thinking really fucking hard. Okay, cool.
It's big brain time.
I finally got around to plugging their fucking numbers in the Roll20, so it should be fun.
18
And everyone at
and
home can see
19.
their stats.
Warwick will
Oh yeah, I got it.
not attack with his javelin though, just because he feels it's too great of a risk to try to aim for the child by mistake.
What's your DC again, Ravenia?
Oh, probably like 14 or 15.
14. He makes it then.
What a dick. 15.
Yeah, I'm sorry, he makes it. I'm sorry, his brain's a little too big for that. The 16 will hit, the 13 won't. The 18 and 19 will both hit.
Well, yeah, because he has AC 16, presumably. Nice, Lily.
Ooh.
Womp womp.
him
Let's go.
up.
So 20. Oh God, math. 21.
All right. That first one that isn't running with the child, Callan, you've just discovered what the concept of a child is. You don't want to risk hitting it. You blast this guy's legs off. The guy who's not holding the child. You blast his legs off. And he's screaming on the floor. And everyone who was trying to look away before is like actively like trying not to acknowledge what's happening right now. Big man.
Tad over effective, Callum, but
Off your 6, I'm gonna say you're targeting at the one with the child because you're a clean shot.
Mm-hmm.
You hit him right in the knee and he starts hobbling. He's still moving away, but he's hobbling now with the child towards a building that's not too far off from the theater. It's a sort of warehouse of sorts.
yeah, no, we are in pursuit. In pursuit.
Yeah. He's getting in, and you see some of their silhouettes moving to try to lower the shutters before you guys get in. But as you do, I'm gonna have you guys pop up onto this map, baby.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Where's
If I
our starter?
can,
Please
Just
put
'cause
yourselves
I wanna be
right here
extra.
on the left. Yep.
Callan probably shoots another bolt into the one that she blew the legs off of along the way, just
Hell
to make
yeah.
sure.
He's dead.
That's
He's
my
for
girl.
sure dead.
That's
But
my
if you
girl.
want to like double,
Yeah.
did
Zip,
you guys
I have a
already?
question.
Recklessness.
Okay, hold on, let me
For the
finish.
focus, is it like a +1 to spell attack rolls,
Yeah,
or is it
and-
spell attack rolls and saving throws?
It is attack rolls and DC.
Okay,
Not to
cool.
damage though.
Did he succeed at DC 16 then?
Yes, he beats it.
Damn it.
Yeah, I got lucky. I'm gonna be real. Everyone at home can see the stats now for these characters, so we'll give it a try. All right. I forgot to change music for what Maris had earlier, but I'll go ahead and put in some combat music. Well, how do you guys feel?
Yeah, we kind of just blew a guy's legs off, so
In the middle of the street.
in the
Like
middle of the
bodies in
street.
There are no
Oh,
guards
my
around. Who the
bodies in
fuck
the
is gonna stop you guys? As you run in and you see one of the you see the child chucked in here with this corpse in this cell in the upper left. You see this room full to the brim of fists of Barovia with cages of various individuals, some with collars on, some with not. A corpse bubbling in a cauldron. This one Barovian here messing with sort of tools. A map and documents on this table here in the middle. Some thugs who are very clearly not Barovian. They don't have blue skin, but they're dressed in different outfits from different cultures and planes, manning these carriages. Up here is like a higher elevated area. Yes, I put civilians in here so you wouldn't instantly fireball. Please think about it. A smidge, a little bit. But yeah, this is a higher area up here. I would say about 40 feet up. And the Fists of Barovians, after the events of the castle, are now a little more armed. Their armor looks a little more built. And you see, in addition to their melee weapons, they now have pistols rocking at their sides.
Are these guys Suburbia as well?
No, but they don't look like they're against the Fists of Barovia per se. They're hired help, we'll say.
I gotta
Okay.
pick this up a little bit.
Now, before you...
There we go. That's
you
your
guys-
money shot, Callan.
Every time, I think I finally come
That's
to
civilian
hit it.
free, the way to be.
Oh man, what if the DM moved this body a little? No, you're good. It's my fault for missing out on a fireball space, but before you guys roll for initiative, you all roll underneath the shutters into this warehouse full of grotesque imagery. These guys, the carriages are packing away vials of what clearly is blood and other things. And they all turn to look at you and the limping over Barovian that Jericho shot before he falls over to the ground. And they all like, oh shit, fuck, get the guns. And with that, I would like you all to roll for initiative. Please
I
click
got
on
a
your
4.
token and click the button.
Curse my +1 initiative.
Now I know
Oh, man.
it's late, and I don't know if we can get through the entirety of combat at this point. Would you guys want to save it for next session, or see how far you can get in today?
See how far.
Yeah, let's see if we can get around in.
Cool, because I think somebody has something they want to show off. So
How
I'm
did
cool.
we all roll so bad except Callan?
Oh, Warwick, Jesus.
Alright, hold on, I forgot how to
I'm always at the bottom of the initiative order. Why?
Here, let me move around a few things. I'm also going to... I'm not duplicating these are just for me to keep track of turn order without deleting the wrong thing. Add turn order, and then let me go ahead and... Oh, we'll roll it this time, fuck it. Okay, so the thugs are gonna go in at 12 or 7. I'm gonna change this
7
up.
is the new 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna change this so it's not so fucked. And the fists will be up here.
I don't know why it's putting Jericho below me.
Oh, excuse me. I have to. Yeah, I didn't hit the auto thing.
I was like, you could just click it so it does descend order.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right, there you go. There's your turn order, folks. Starting us off, Callan, I believe you made it very clear what you wanted to do, but I gotta ask.
I imagine she just, as she's running in here, she immediately clocks. Yeah, we'll save that circle for a second. But that circle, yes, clocks that there's like basically prisoners being held here, and is immediately like no mercy mode, as if she needed to be anymore. So immediately just like ignites her body, takes some of that energy out of her, like her upper chest, and just kind of takes it and just I'm gonna just lob a fireball right in that nice spot right there.
Dex saves, right?
Alan the Liberator strikes again.
Dex save, yes.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fists. Got it.
5 fists and 2 thugs.
I'm gonna say, given that these two are up here, they're gonna have advantage because the order puts down here, and they're gonna be like, it's sort of like cover.
That makes sense.
The thug on the left here fails, thug on the right here passes. 1, 2.
Ooh, spicy.
Oh my god.
That's a spicy
roll.
Alright. 1, 2, 3. 1 with advantage. 2 with advantage. Alright. Fuck, that's a lot of numbers to read. Fail. They all fail.
34 damage.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. You guys see these fists?
Now you don't.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Spellcasters. The thug that passes only takes 17 damage, so he will take 17, and the one behind him falls as a result of the explosion. Some of the goods crash into his skull.
Immediately up into melee with this guy.
Oh fuck, we got a caster! Alright, and that's your turn? Alright.
Oh my gosh.
The fists. Well, I was only gonna make 5 of them or move so a turn, but...
Now there's only 4. Or 5, yeah.
This one is gonna get here and use this card as cover and take a pot shot at Callan.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot I gave these guys a new feature as part of you guys being stronger. You killed how many Fists of Barovia, Callan?
5.
5? Yes. Their feature activates, all for Barovia. As a Fist of Barovia goes down, whoever knocks them down takes 1d4 bludgeoning damage. This happens regardless of range through sheer force of hatred and will.
So
Damn.
They spiritually punch you in the face.
5d4 bludgeoning damage. That is 12 bludgeoning damage.
okay.
As they fall, an assortment of like their weapons just fly towards you, or some bricks fall from the ceiling and hit you. Stage damage. Alright. The one who's got behind cover is going to fire his gun at you. That is a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Okay.
Just by 1.
These two are actually going to like use the cage as cover with these civilians. They're going to have a bit more cover than the other guy. And they're also going to take pot shots at you, Callan.
Good.
1, 2, 20 hits you. This will be 7 piercing damage.
Can I use my new feature thingy?
Yes, you can. You have a new toy to show off. Your new invocation,
I do.
right?
Yes. So as she immediately like charges forward, but sees that like there's a few more than she had initially expected, you'll see her just kind of immediately just like see the bullet coming and just immediately disappear.
Whoa.
That's new.
A new homebrew toy. You won't find that in any fucking D&D official book, but for the purposes of this round, Callan is not present until our next turn. Alright. The fists don't really have much of a choice up here, so they're just gonna action dash up to here and crouch for cover as best as they can. And that's all the fists. Alright, next in turn order, it is Jericho, big man with a +1 weapon.
Yeah. All right. So, for clarification purposes, this right here, that's like one of the thugs.
Yeah, he's hurt, and this thug down here is full health, untouched.
Cool. I'm gonna join Callan. Get right up in this guy's business. And I think I'll use my new toy as well. So just for flavor purposes, because the player has insight on how this works, the character does not. Does Jericho like feel anything like from the buckle to like sort of indicate like what he's meant to do with it, just like instinctually?
It feels like, you know, in Pacific Rim, how their heads connected and they sort of instinctively fought together. It feels like there's a second will with you, helping you pick what to fight with.
Very cool.
Like, you don't even need to think about what's going to be in your hand. You just know what to draw out.
Very cool. I think then for this first time, it is going to look similar to what he's used to fighting with, and it is just going to look like a long sword, but just sleeker, lighter than what he's used to handling it. And so with a dice roll permitting, with a kind of ease, with this new sword that just kind of apparates in his hand, he is going to try to cut this guy down in front of him.
Yeah, go for it.
That's a 22.
Yes, good!
Damn.
I don't even have to fudge anything, just fucking kill this man, do the thing!
10 slashing damage.
Alright, 10 slashing damage. He is still standing, but is there, like, any specific gimmick you'd want to do?
I'm gonna smite it, too.
Okay, and, that's it?
Oh, no.
No.
Is there another thing you got?
Hand of sorrows.
I think I will also... I do have other things, but none that do additional damage, so I'm weighing my options real quick.
I mean, if you wanted to change that type of attack to clarify something, I'd be okay with it.
I think he's gonna stay put, but I am... Yeah.
He's still standing. You have a second attack.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to do the attack and go from there. 17 to hit?
Yes, that hits.
Alright, that's another slashing damage. 7 slashing damage.
Okay, he is still standing.
Oh my god! Die! I wish you a very die.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes, for now. That will do it.
Okay. Alright then, next up, Ravenna. Please do not nuke the civilians.
I So first thing I do is I nuke the civilians.
War never
So-
changes.
Since this room is within 120 feet of me, I am going to cast my Entropic Anchor on the 4 closest Fists of Barovia, as well as the 2, as well as this bottom thug, and then this guy over here.
Okay.
So everyone except the near dead thug.
Yep, that's wisdom saves, right?
Yes, I believe so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fists. 1 thug. Wow, it only rolled that twice. What's your DC? 16? Thug fails. We'll use the... Where's the snail icon? I'll just fucking call him Brown. Brown slow. This one fails. This one on the rampart here passes. Let me roll 2 more. Or 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 2 more failures, so this one here in the back. And this one down here.
Okay. So yeah, as Ravenna just extends out her hands and just a black hole forms behind her that is beginning to just lash out tendrils onto all of these people. She then extends her hand towards the thuggaroo that's nearly dead and is going to quicken spell to mana rend him. So give an intelligence saving throw.
On it, ma'am. That is a 14. Nope. His brain pops.
3 psychic damage.
Brain pop.
So yeah, Ravenna, just all the light of this mana is just ripped out of his body into her hand. And that's my turn. Actually, I'll move this way a bit. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up, singular thug, who is slowed.
He is slowed.
That includes half movement, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then he can only
Half
make
movement, and he only gets 1 either action, bonus action. Yeah.
He is gonna run up to Jericho and make an attack with his mace. That is an 18 to hit Jericho. I assume that's a yes. It hits. Yeah?
I think you're muted, Harris.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that hits.
3 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, big numbies.
That's right.
I can't say nothing. I just rolled 2 on my divine smite, so
Bring it on, yeah. Bug C here is gonna kick your fucking ass. Alright, that's his turn. You're gonna get the 1 attack, right?
Yep, he can only get 1 attack.
Yep.
He can then recover to see if he's no longer
End of his
slowed.
turn. Wisdom save. Yep. Nope.
Excellent.
Alright, Warwick, big man. Alright.
All right.
Consume.
You
So-
rang.
A bit of flavor for him actually being last, considering the events that happened in Strahd's castle, and being in combat, and what happened during the last combat. He's not intentionally, but a little bit kind of falling behind, watching everyone go off and, do these big theatrical things with their weapons and how cool and strong they look. And as he's looking down at his battle axe, he's kind of unintentionally shaking a bit. But eventually he'll kind of puff out his chest a little bit and almost walk a little timidly behind the thug before raising his great axe and just going straight down on him.
Alright, go for it.
Okay.
a... Well, he has a -2 to his AC, right?
He does have -2 to
Yep,
AC.
9 hits.
Yeah. Oh God.
You wanna smite this one too? It's,
For flavor sense, I don't think he would at this particular time.
got it. Understood.
I think he wouldn't even have expected him to like actually hit. So.
Alright. Roll damage. Kill. Kill! Big 13 damage.
13.
You, in all your timid nature, almost kind of forget the fact that you normally restrain yourself in combat, so with a wild swing, I think you definitely take out more than what you expect from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You got a second attack, though.
I believe in you.
Okay, he's gonna take in another deep breath. Feels his confidence come back a little bit with making contact, and going to try to once he brought down the battle axe, just kind of tilt it to the side and go back up.
Oh
my
No!
The double ones.
Oh no!
You know, I wanted to wait for a smite to do this, but I'll just say it now. Work off that miss, whether it be your confidence, your wavering faith, or that horrific vision you have. You feel the last of your divine energies leave you. Your smites are no longer radiant. They just do weapon damage.
No!
And that's not for this combat, by the way. That's until you figure out how to fix it.
Wow.
Oh no!
Man.
Both paladins are faithless now.
But at least he died. You didn't do anything to deserve it.
Oh, wait.
The expression on his face seems utterly drained and defeated.
Reminds me, I think we forgot to make a note of something for Maris, for Jericho. What damage type was your smite?
Force.
Yeah.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, I'm sorry to fit that in there at the end of their work. I'm sorry, buddy. Keep your head up. You got a few more rounds. Alright.
He's trying.
Back at the top of initiative. How do we feel? Another round?
We should probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good place
Yeah.
to wrap. Yeah.
On ending on works.
cliffhanger.
Broken spirit.
Fucking tune that once.
Just like I saw the 9, I was like, oh my gosh, I was so close to a nat 1. And then there's the second one is double nat 1s. I'm like, what the fuck?
Remember, your dice
If only
rolls,
Paige was here.
you will them into being.
Yep. That was very accurate.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is session for now. Come back next time to see, will they beat this encounter of goobers?
You
guys-
it doesn't sound very heroic.
Okay, you're about to say a bunch of... I mean, I've set the bar pretty high.
Will
You're
we
saying a bunch of
beat these child traffickers?
There we go.
Will
That
you
sounds
defeat
heroic.
the human traffickers and save these jailed citizens from their terrifying fate?
Stay
Find
tuned
out.
for next episode of Dragon Ball Strahd.
Oh yeah, Barovia, Barovia. But yeah, thank you guys for watching as always. Again, the episodes are bi-weekly, and then I upload them whenever I feel comfortable with thumbnail art. So yeah, no matter what month you're watching it in, is Yulia's birthday month, so go give her money. Go watch Nexus and Ob's channel, and go watch Ashes of the Last War if you want to understand any of the memes we're making out of context. Go to Maris's channel for his upcoming D&D campaign. It's gonna be gay and fey and political RP and a lot of flirting. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys would like to chime in? Any thoughts on today's session?
Everything hurts. As always. Thank you, DM, for hurting us.
Yeah.
Everything's coming up, Ravenna.
I thought it was nice today. I gave you guys some hot NPCs and some good shopping RP. And
I was the only one who got to see them, though.
No, you saw the bird, but everybody saw the knight.
The
Man.
rusty knight.
Yeah, the knight DM putting in a knight NPC. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
VALLAKI is real, y'all.
It is
VALLAKI is
real.
It's
real.
real.
Now we gotta go see Kresk. Alright. Yeah. But thank you for watching, everyone. Bye!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.